So it has come to this. Good men, torn from their kin, to rage and spill the blood of other men's foes. But we will not be forgotten. Our deeds shall be known, even when our bones are dust scattered on the wind.
Alright, welcome on in everyone to yet another, oh, hang on now. Red triangle, go away. There we are. Troy doesn't like it if you're not on the window. Welcome on in everyone to another chapter in our episode of Memnon, the Bronze Armed of Ethiopia. Welcome Dristan, welcome Lord, anyone else that's on in the chat, welcome on in. I will try to make the kind of brief, we'll go over kind of the brief things that make this different from our kind of normal Total War Warhammer playthroughs. Basically, this is almost identical in nearly every way, except for Troy has a much higher emphasis on your melee and missile infantry. There are not very many cavalry in Bronze Age Greece, and that is mostly going to be in our chariots. And we have some pretty elite chariots we're going to be showing off. The Marianu being some pretty elite, very heavily armored chariots coming from Canaan. You're also going, since this is we are playing in the historical version, instead of having a single entity kind of uber boss style hero, you have one that has a bodyguard unit. So he is one of many units, one of many soldiers in a unit of another soldier, or unitry of a bodyguard. I'll figure out the right word there. Memnon, of course, is going to look different than the rest of the unit, and he places himself directly in the center of combat. So he is right in the thick of things the whole time, and he is very prominent. He's a little bit taller than everyone else as well. All of the heroes will be. But as they have bodyguard, they start out with kind of a weaker bodyguard, him with the Ethiopian spearmen, which you can see are very, very inferior. And you kind of move down the ranks as you upgrade to the different kind. Magi being the ones right before our Sheridan. Magi are kind of more a anti-hero style infantry, where the Sheridan have a couple of javelins and are just kind of better all-rounders. But yeah, every single hero is going to have a, even show off basically a bodyguard unit, and you can actually pick which one you want down the line. You usually have a choice between two. So at one point we had the Magi warriors or the Naktua infantry, which are the Egyptians. All of the Egyptian infantry are going to be kind of, they start with spear and shield, and they'll be able to put that spear and shield up, and they pull out a nasty two-handed battle axe. Memnon is going to be similar to kind of like a Taurox style campaign. He is a horde. He's a horde army, a horde faction. Each army also is not going to be able to, let me see if it shows it off right away here, not going to be able to reinforce one another. So they are all on their own in every battle. The Greeks can reinforce no matter what. They can obviously fight as normal, but Memnon and his boys there are not able to reinforce in any battles. They are always going to be fighting alone. So you do want to make sure you pick your fights, but it does allow, I mean, since you are a horde faction, and there is no other horde faction in the game, you're able to kind of run around and pick your fights a lot better, which is the counter to the fact that your enemies can fight you with multiple armies at once. You could also have, see here, looking up to the north, unlike the other factions, which are all going to have heroes, similarly to in Warhammer, how you'll have spies and saboteurs and the like, you kind of have the similar in this one, where you have priests, envoys, and it was one other that I'm forgetting. But Memnon does not have access to such. He has his kind of embedded in his horde army. So you have the resourceful strategist here. So you have your followers that you can add from the different vassal states of Egypt. He comes from Egypt, and Egypt and all of the vassal states are going to be his supplying followers and soldiers. So from Egypt, we have the healers, scribes, and such. I'm not going to describe what they all do, but only the ones that are gold, the ones we've currently unlocked. They give you all sorts of nice buffs, including the ability to kind of completely disable enemy towers for 80 gold, or forcing the enemy to sally on out to the battlefield, or just make everyone tired. All sorts of really, really good options here. The trade-off being you don't have those hero units that will be running around performing those hero actions for you. Hey, Common, welcome on in. Glad to have you. Just going through the pre-Troy spiel, and I'm making it probably extra confusing this time. Oslo, in Troy, since we are going to be a horde faction here, we don't actually recruit as normal with our recruitment buildings. We have the Pharaoh's servant here, so all of our soldiers are going to be called from Egypt and its vassal states. And when you do call them in, you pay a grip of resources, say 1,700 food and 148 wood, and then you get a certain number of units. So it provides 1 slinger and then 2 of these Nefru infantry. And this is just how many you can hold at once. So you can kind of bank 6 of those guys to throw into an army all at once, kind of build up an army, or kind of, if you would like to kind of keep calling guys in, you fill them up. You can't get more than 6 of the spears and 4 of the slings, and each unit has their own caps. Hey, Techie, welcome on in. Glad to see you. We have unlocked most of the actual Pharaoh's servant province here. The only ones we're missing out on now is the Greater Army of Ethiopia, being Yeha, which is going to be giving us, and I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Help me out if you know Ethiopian. I unfortunately do not, so Yeha it is. We've got the archers of Wat, which are going to be kind of our second best archers. I still think, looking at the boys from Thebes, the Egyptians, they just perform a little bit better, have a little bit more missile damage. But this is also where we're going to be getting our Magi, which are the only units we have that are going to be anti-hero, which is a very, very rare bit of buff they have. For Memnon's army, I actually have upgraded since last time, so I've kicked out all of the Nefru and replaced them with the Noctua infantry, and then replaced the light chariots with the slightly heavily armored version, the Sine chariots. And then one of the Ethiopian archers has been replaced with Egyptian archers, and I'm going to kick out one of these other guys here and place them with archers of Wawat. And we will just have a very multi-array archer group from all of the different vassal states of Ethiopia. Yeah, this army is going to be horrifying. I'm not sure what really is going to be standing against it. The Ethiopian archers are by far the weakest because they've got very low range. 218 range on these Ethiopian archers, though, or Egyptian archers, is much, much better. And these guys, last I checked, had a bit of... When we go into the battle, it was giving them some extra missile resist, and I think that's coming from one of our gods. Before we jump into this battle here, I've got several battles lined up for us. The last thing that is different here is we've got Royal Decrees is going to be our technology tree. We'll get into that in but a moment. But our Divine Will. So we will have a favor we can gain with the different gods of Olympus. And each will give us different buffs depending. So the buff on the left there is going to be granted to you based on the level of the cult. So at cult level 1, you get... Ooh, punch the mic. At cult level 1, you get a little bit more charge bonus for infantry wielding two-handed weapons, and then more damage for the lads wielding two-handed weapons, increasing the buffs you get for the Delight of Violence all the way up to Panic and Terror once you get up to 600 favor. We're at 540 currently, and you increase that by performing hecatombs here, which cost a bit of food, and you can do that I believe every 4 turns, and by having the different cult buildings that will give you a set amount of favor for those different gods, and also by raising certain areas. Different cities, blowing them up, the gods will give you favor based on. The one on the right is your prayer. So as you go up in the rank, you also gain whatever that prayer ability is. So you only get the one for the rank that you're currently activated on, instead of getting both abilities. See on the one on the left, it's both of them are green. On the right, so as you do the prayer, you get just what is the green. So you get the 15% morale drop to all enemy units, and then 30% increase to generated rage in battle, which is how your heroes actually use abilities. You won't have any magic in this game, you just have kind of abilities which allow your heroes to stand out in combat. Because as you see here, he has got Sheridan warriors with him, but actually has less stats overall than the normal shirted warriors, and these guys are only kind of your silver chevron, first tier silver chevron, rank 4. So he has all of the extra abilities, and that's kind of what evens him out, as well as a bit more armor and health there. All of the traits they earn, incorrect, get me out of the tutorial menu. All of the traits they earn in combat and on the campaign map do also play into their unit stats as well. But even with all that, they are still lesser than just a normal unit of shirted warriors, so you do still want to keep really close eye on your heroes and use them more as commander units than proper beat-em-ups. You had some very good Hungarian delights today. What are those? I've heard of Turkish delights, I've not heard of Hungarian delight. I mean, it sounds great, even if I don't know what it is. And I guess the last thing we have are Royal Decrees, which is just our technology tree. Memnon's is the most different from all of the other factions there. Basically, he just gets being a horde faction. Most of his are going to focused on either raiding, razing, or sacking different settlements there, or just increasing the overall competency of his actual units. Several of them are actually going to also unlock the different territories in the Pharaoh's Servant screen as well. We're working currently towards the army of Greater Ethiopia, which is going to take quite a while, but we'll get there. And once we do, we get the final camp followers from Ethiopia, as well as those elite Wawat archers from Ethiopia. All right. Without further ado here, let's charge on into Ilokos. Have they done anything to us really to deserve this? No. But at this point, we have actually conquered all of our enemies. We are at the point where we have completed all of the epic quests, so we're kind of off on doing our own thing. And the last mission it gave us was a choice to kind of return home and continue, well, not return home, but continue fighting for Troy and destroying Greece, or claiming Troy as your birthright, which we voted on at the end of that last episode there and decided that Troy is ours by birthright. And so, in the beginning of this episode here, we're going to move on down and claim Hellen, who is... Where is Hellen at? She is down here in Tyrans. It's going to be a bit of a journey, but I think we'll have no problem making it on down. I think there was also one final objective we could accomplish, being destroying the city of Italion, which is directly to our south. So we'll be doing that on our way through. Unfortunately, this will be starting up a war with Hector of Troy, which is going to be completely throwing off our diplomacy here. This may fully end our campaign, as Hector is surely the secondary power in the world. But I think if anyone can face down Memnon and live, they deserve to survive. Oh, Thrace is the secondary power, followed by Hippolyta. Interesting. Actually, I think let's go ahead and start breaking deals with, say, Paris. So we're coming to swiggity swoogity. Snatch up Hellen. Alright, let's come on in and...
I'm sure we will both profit from this exchange.
Oh yeah, no, probably not, bud. This impacts his attitude towards us by 68. Yeah, I'm not concerned. We thought we could trust you. Yes, see, the problem is, I am the true son of Troy. Who said? Me. I said that too.
Time to test our
Alright, now will we win this battle against Estios here? Likely. But are we gonna fight it instead? Or anyway? Yes, absolutely. Let the slaughter commence. Where's the... Get him. Sandwich cookies made with raspberry and fudge filling. That sounds fantastic. Yeah, that's added to the list of things we gotta try. Fate is now balanced on the edge of the blade, and all of our lovely chariots. It is simply going to be a rain of death. Let's go ahead and start deployment and show off our lovely new units. We also have to worry about the enemy towers. They actually probably should have spent the gold to disable them. Very, very worthwhile investment. Alright, so what we're going to do is set up our...
The foe has sighted your hidden units.
Different archers as follows, and yes, I'm fine with them sighting my hidden units. Oh, I forgot I had the 2 Ethiopian archers still. I hadn't replaced them all with Egyptians just yet. We'll get there. The Egyptians, however, do not have any kind of vanguard deploy, and so I guess that's what makes them a bit less than our Ethiopians, just because they don't. I really, really do enjoy the vanguard that they are in getting there. I want the Eart Jet taking the walls quickly. If anyone is to be taking damage from the enemy, it's likely to be the staff bearers. No reason to have them rushing at the gates there. The gates take forever to tear down. They don't with a ram, but it's still... The ram doesn't protect your soldiers at all, so they just gotta stand there in the back and get shot at by the 2 towers at the same time. And they whittle the troops down so quickly, no matter their armor. Sheridan, which are easily our most elite, followed by the Noctua, which I think will be a incredible addition. Looking at their stats, they blow the Marianu out of the water. We'll have all of the Ethiopians together, and then all of our lovely chariots that I don't know that we'll get a whole lot of on this battle here. Still going to be likely gaining the most kills for this campaign in this episode this night. I got them in a group. Guys in melee mode, and then Memnon rolling in behind the other Sheridan warriors. Now we'll start checking out all of our incredible looking units. Starting with Memnon himself. He is deployed directly in the center of the Sheridan. He's going to phase out. I do have the better camera mod on, but it's not quite as close up as the Total War one allows you to get. Looks incredible. He's wielding a Kapesh that he uses to stab people much more than I think he should, but you let Memnon do whatever he wants. I don't tell him what to do. He found some vegan ones. Interesting. Yep, Memnon is incredible. Moving on to the Noctua infantry, which are going to be kind of a brand new unit for us. We have had 1 bodyguard with him so far. Got the awesome leaf tip spear in most cases. Really ornate shields. And these guys, you can tell them to put those spears on their back with the toggle 2-handed mode, and they'll switch to these awesome looking axes. Some of them have maces as well. Huge wide-bladed bronze axe. Some of them won't switch to. A few of them will keep their spear and shield out, just kind of keep the variance, and I think that's pretty awesome. Even if it's not actually meant to be like that, takes them a while to all switch over. Hello there, dear. Joey. Joey the Stag, Otis' friend. Moving on. Over to our Ethiopian archers, whom we have seen quite a bit, but they've been putting in a lot of work for us. Clad in zebra skin, they are also wielding Kapesh, and unfortunately we don't have any actual kind of sword and board infantry that are Kapesh wielders, but we have those coming up with Pharaoh, so I'm quite excited for Pharaoh for that one reason. Warriors of Artemis. Here to cause all sorts of problems. They won't hold out for long. Indeed. They have a leadership debuff on their arrows there. It's on top of having 54 damage. Where is it at? The serrated edges will be lowering morale by 10 total, which is incredible. On top of the other morale drops we have for the enemy there. Alien Dark Descent. I have not actually taken too much of a look at Alien Dark Descent, and we will get slain in due time, don't you worry. Battles are my favorite part of Total War. How all the units look and how they look in battle as well. We'll get to the job in due time.
Chariots of Egypt.
Very elite heavy chariots coming in from Canaan. I'm hoping we get a couple of variants in the different Canaanite armies coming up for Pharaoh. these guys perform very well for us. Very tanky, hard to bring down, and they do a ton of damage. Our Sine archer chariots look very similar to the previous. They've just got a bit more ornate chariots themselves, and then the archers have some bronze scale. Lastly, we've got our Egyptian archers back here in the back. They make missile chariots good. They claim in several of those developed diaries that they are trying to make chariots perform like absolute monsters in the right scenario. As long as they're not bogged down in mud or anything else. These guys are very similar to the ones that are kind of hanging out inside the Sine chariots with their bronze scale armor. But this should be a very quick battle here. And begin. Memnon's nice and angry to start. Bring the archers on forward. You guys up on the walls quickly now. Alright, we'll have you go after the light bowmen to the side. You guys take out the club warriors up front here. I guess we left the Magi on the other side. You guys just fall back. We don't need you. Didn't need to forget to deploy them, though. We will take casualties on the way in. That is simply the way of those towers until we can shut them down. Come on, Memnon, get up there. With the lead by example down on these Earjet. They should be able to beat the brakes off of those guys once they get up on the walls. Use those giant clubs that kind of sweep guys off the wall. And just like so. No problem. Turtle shields running on in behind. Took some damage from the towers. Now they're up on the walls.
You have captured the enemy tower.
Exactly. Alright, clubman. Everyone else forward. I'm gonna have the Noctual that we have the axes out forward. All of the Shurden just kind of move up. We need to be able to start attacking the flaming these gates. You guys come on down. We'll have these staff bearers go through. Archers. Eliminate those bowmen. You two are not gonna be able to do so you just gotta scoot forward. Let the warriors of Artemis do the work. Use forward, start blasting away at these club warriors in the back. Send them to Osiris. Make these guys come fight Memnon. Make sure their leadership doesn't drop. Clubmen get on down there, chasing them off easily. Flash with the club spears first.
One of your units has no more ammunition.
Those renowned bowmen. Everyone focus down on the renowned bowmen. Are they thinking about retreating? Alright, Noctual up on the walls. Let's go down there and break Thestios.
King of Ethiopia.
Alright, everyone. Forward. We're through the gates. Time to bring in the Mariano. Game over. They're going to try to hold us up to the walls. In fact, let's give Memnon. Memnon's taking a lot of damage. Let's pull the boy back. Everyone else has the buff. We can try to push through all as one there. Here, Jet, pull off to the side. Let Thestios get shot by the Warriors of Artemis there. Dropping his leadership by quite a bit. Taking a lot of damage to those towers. Oh, this one didn't get captured. Of course it didn't. Get up there quickly, lads. I mean, the sheer amount of damage we take from just the towers there.
You will soon hold the enemy's victory point.
Good to see. Blood is flying. Although Mariani, we're kind of stuck. Come on, lads, in. Crush Thestios. Oh, there's the victory. White flag across the board. They did all the damage they could from our towers, though. Woof. Ouch. Good 200. Same time, because he's a champion. Thank you, Tristan. Indeed, I did forget one unit. Slice. When that happens, you just throw them off to the side and hope they don't get shot up too much. Those Magi will be great in the next battle. We are going to raise and heal and push on. Keep on moving. Sweet. So after bringing them down, we get to see the area. It kind of does uncover quite a bit. Covers almost everything. That's pretty good. Oh, McDonald's up here. Held by... So when you zoom out a little bit further, this just shows you the name of the faction that controls it. I've been confused by that several times here.
Memnon.
I think we are still at war with Salamis, so we can come on over and attack Thera as well. This one may give the auto resolve.
Field of battle.
Simply so we're not taking as much damage from those towers. Now there would be no towers here, would there? We'll still go ahead and hand it off.
Time to test our skill.
Yoink. You fool. Better at texting with the phone, fair enough, that works. Ah, it's like a dual screen kind of thing. I like it. Alright, go ahead and raise and enslave this group so we get the extra replenishment. And then we'll keep moving down south. We'll let the other armies we've kind of left up here do their thing.
King of Ethiopia.
Alright, Memnon, let's get moving. Kind of like to pull you into march stance and be a bit aggressive, but we can't go into march. You maybe need a certain amount of movement to even go into, so let's scoot on down.
We venture forward.
Oh, we should take this settlement out in the process. Do these guys have many...
I look forward to finding the best deal.
Yeah, he's friendly with us. Little does he know. Memnon is no longer friendly to Troy.
Son of the dawn.
We're not going to declare war on them yet, but we're going to move on over here and deal with these guys next.
Brothers.
We'll go into encamp just for the extra morale. You don't actually gain any extra punishment from being in camp here. With this poor guy, we're going to go ahead and... Ooh, auto resolve would be not kind to us. You guys have some pretty heavy armor. What would the settlement actually look like here, though? Oh. Oh, you don't even have any walls or towers. What do you mean we lose soldiers? Let's get them. Amez is our most recent commander here. Untested, but he has lots of the kind of heavily armored chaff from Ugarit. Let's grab the... We'll go ahead and see if we can get some thunderstorm or anything exciting kind of weather. It's not fog, please. Nope, nothing exciting. A dry day in Greece. A really cool kind of terrace farm settlement here. Sorry, boo-boos, you're about to be under new management. Let's throw the archers in here. So let them try to layer some fire in on the renowned archers that are going to be in the background there. Goblins up front. Causing some problems for anyone who decides to come on out. I got an extra one back there. The Ethiopian javelin can throw from quite a ways away. No reason not to layer up the fire. We could have the light chariots kind of charging up the center there. There's not as much in their way. I've got him one unit of light and one unit of the heavy chariots, which would be a lot of fun to use. Let's go ahead and have the Ethiopians split up. And have them swarming out of the different tree line areas there. So I'll have 3 units here. 3 units here. Get our chariots in melee and then everyone else. friends close, but your true enemy closer. True enemy being Paris. Don't you worry, I'm well aware of our true enemy. Let's get Alms and then Hoopshoe and Philistine Swordsman. We'll have them moving up this center line here. And the Monfit can move with the other Hoopshoe. Business. Try to let the chariots go past them. So let's grab these three.
Sons of Egypt!
Egyptian chariots!
Kind of more like so. Right, beautiful. Get started. Alright, Greeks, what do you have in mind?
We shall not falter!
Except for Doom. Oh, they're not throwing their javelins. Oh, they're all in melee mode for some reason. Not sure what that was about, but let's get the lads in there now. Break those axemen. Monfit, switch to your axes, please. Clubmen, all get out in there together. They come from the hills. I don't know, I think I would run. That's a lot of Ethiopians. Completely surrounded. See how long that fight lasts. Their health bars are dropping quick. Meanwhile, the javelin men are getting run up on. Something I actually didn't expect. Sweet, our javelins are not meant for that one, so let's pull the chariots through. Yeah, they're not meant to stay and fight for long. As long as you guys defeat those archers, it'll be great. Can you try to deal with the slings next? Are they too far off? Well, they might be too far off. Let's pull these chargers back then. We're gonna lose a bit more than intended just due to the bad use of our javelins. Next time we'll keep some hoopshoe with them. Those chariots are running down the slings, no prob. There will be a pile of corpses. Oh, point blank shot to the chest there. Buckler's gonna be a pretty good at blocking a sword, maybe up close, not an arrow. Alright, those guys are broken. Move through to the renowned slings. Everyone keep blasting away at this hero here.
You will soon hold
Chariot
the
smashed into the side. That should break them. Kind of a bad charge though, because they're all going through the grass, which is slowing them down. Nope, get these renowned slings here. He's trying to get around and get into the archers. Alright, Hoopshoe, come on around.
One of
You
your
chase
units
down
has no more
the
ammunition.
Lord there, but we've got everyone on the other side broken. It's just the case of running off these spheres now. Beautiful. Another city falls. Oh, they are quite far from home indeed. But actually, in the last episode there, we've decided that Greece is a lovely new home. He chopped his head off with an axe, made of rock. What a Uber Chad. Well, Cranon, we need your people to increase our horde's growth. Welcome to your new home.
Fulfilling my potential.
Fulfilling his potential. What kind of wizard am I? See, that would be giving away the secret. Alright, Amez. Let's find you some lovely new skills. We could go for Formation Specialist or Drill Expert. First one, or I guess the second one being just giving us a bit more recruit rank for infantry. That's boring. Formation Specialist gives us more ammunition and missile resistance. Sounds great. That was an easy choice.
No chance.
Yep, no chance. We should probably combine up some of these Ethiopian tribesmen. They're replenishing quite slowly. and they're very, very easy to gain new as well. I would say if I had to choose one from the Warhammer universe, though, it would likely be a Mage of Heavens. As a Canadian, I approve that an axe is a good weapon, but a hockey stick is no joke. See, if you take a hockey stick and glue an axe to the end of it, now you're really cooking. It cuts through space-time. Yeah, let's come on up north and attack Ochalia. Gain us some lovely new bronze. 10,000 bronze on top of what you get for burning down the settlement as well. That sounds great. We'll come to the... Oh, this is Macedon.
Setting off.
Well, I guess Proto-Macedon.
We camp. Appoint sentries.
Camp, but you have no population surplus. We're gonna go ahead and have to wait a few more turns before getting more buildings, sadly enough. Okay, so you've got way too many javelin men.
We put fear in their hearts.
This is true, you do. I think we could use some more proper archers in this army, so let's go find... we could only get slings from Sai, which are not actually very good. I guess we wait then. I'm cool with keeping what he kind of has here, or we can kind of merge up some of the smaller units here.
Direct my blade. Guided by
There we go. And then perhaps sub in maybe some Irchet staff bearers. We've got quite a few of those.
They were outclassed.
We've got a very nice charge. A little armor. Indeed,
Cunning
but
and
they bonk people a
battle-hardened.
stick better than others. They are the bonk supreme. Okay, we'll kind of set up on the bridge there, and then we'll attack Aethiopia next turn. Now, onward to the next battle. Aesop. Our lovely archer army here. The Master Archer. The Elamite Stone Slingers here, throwing their rocks a full 236 range. I'm not sure if that's meters or what it would be, but 236 is the highest I've got. Oh, never mind. I was going to talk the smack, but the Warriors of Artemis are hitting 242. Basically, we launch arrows of very long range. And it is all the fun.
Sweep them away.
You're going to prove it by destroying the necropolis here. Scout out the terrain. Looks like another one that doesn't have towers. How is auto-resolve going to treat it? Oh, very highly in our favor here. Okay, well this one should be an easy win. We're going to need a good proper battle next time. Oof, probably needed that. Sorry, Apopius. Better luck next time. For you, we need the growth and replenishment.
Tomorrow, Eos rises on ruins.
Which lord shall I play next?
Our blades were
That I'm not sure. Likely either Rhesus or one of the Greeks. Odysseus is quite fun because he plays quite a bit like Oxyotl. But Rhesus has Strider Chariots, and those are just insane.
Dawn, show the way.
Dawn, show the way. Let's give ourselves a veteran tutor here. 2% scaling missile and melee damage for all of our active followers assigned, which we have plenty right now. Plenty of resources as well.
Let's take a breath.
Gotta wait a bit on the population surplus. Just one more turn, so that's not too bad at all. That doesn't narrow it. No. See, there's the Greeks versus the Trojans. When I say the Greeks, I'm talking about the Achaean Greeks. So the Achaeans, likely Odysseus, or Rhesus on the Trojan side. When I speak of the Greeks in the Trojan War sense, I'm talking about the attackers in the Trojan War. The protagonist or the antagonist, depending on which side you're on, but Odysseus' team.
A brother of Nubian kings. Expect the unexpected.
Okay, so next we need to come on over to Balfra,
Attack.
chosen of Hephaestus. In fact, so chosen of Hephaestus, we need to upgrade these guys as well. You can pay a bit of bronze just to give them some more armor and melee attack. We are almost to the final tier, which will allow us to get 5 more of each, so 15 armor and melee attack additional, which is just incredible. You don't have to pay any more upkeep for them, just a one-time spin of the bronze, so we've got a very heavily armored core here with Balfra. We're just going to move on in with him and allow Sparta to fall. Since we are going to be having to attack the settlement itself, we are going to probably take... You know what? This one we'll wait on. As I said before, I think in the last episode as well, attacking the walls, we're going to take so much damage. There's only a few of these guys left. Meh, what is it? Bonk him on the head. The Spartans with Menelaus. That we can do. Had to narrow it, we could definitely put it to a vote, because I like most of the factions to a degree where I would have a hard time choosing. We'll go ahead and start deployment now. See if we can find a spot with very few in terms of towers. This is interesting looking citadel here. I don't know if Sparta looks like this the first time we attacked it. There's only 2 towers on this side, so this we're going to go ahead and go through. We just don't have very many. They can deploy very far, or very up close to the settlement here. We'll have throw the javelins. Might reach. They all hide, please. Is there just not enough grass for them both? That's fine. We can throw one of the tribesmen up front. Maybe. Maybe. There we go. Get those guys together. We'll have the Henku Guard up front. I'd kind of rather the Hoopshoe be in charge of the siege equipment, though. Go ahead and drop yours as well. We'll have the Hoopshoe pick them up. You guys flanked by the Henku Guard. As such, Egyptian archers off to the side there. Slings in front of them to take the brunt of the fire from the towers. The light Sine chariots off. Oh, there's a tower up here as well. How funny. It doesn't have much range though, so not a great tower. Chariots behind, we've got all the lovely axe infantry as well. I don't want to waste too many lives on the walls. We're going to just, or at least from the towers attacking from other sides, we'll just set up the axes here. Switch them to axe mode. It's far more hardcore. Balfra on the back then. Show off our Henku Guard as well. Just a quick run through. Balfra is very similar to Memnon. He's got his Pesh and he's got his shirted warriors as his maxed out guard there. Our Manfit infantry being the second tier of the Egyptian infantry. We've got a lot of those guys. The tier 1 chariots being very similar to the less more heavy variant. Just they don't have the feathers, and the archers are not armored at all. And then our Henku Guard, which are pretty incredible. Very heavily armored, and they've got some excellent swordsmanship. The Hoopshoe, or armored chaff infantry. They've got a nice armor-piercing axe there. Got a really nasty bite to it. But they're not the most incredible in terms of dishing out damage. They're more for holding a line while everyone else does all the punching for them. Alright. Make sure we actually deploy all of our units here. Bring these chariot runners around. And get the battle started. There's not that many Spartans left, so we just have to scare a few of them off. Alright, tribesmen, go ahead and take the walls on this side here. You guys up. Go for the gates. Everyone else, forward. We'll have the Noctua. Actually, have the Hoop Shoe taking there and the Noctua going up with them. Chariots move forward as well. The towers will likely fire on them, but we'll have to take that chance. And then our slings can move up and start picking out the bowmen. We'll focus down individual units first.
Your
I'm
ladders
on
have a
Balfra.
foothold on their walls.
It's a Hoop Shooter's moving a little bit slow. Few tries there. Lay it on the ground there before they made it on up. Keep going, lads.
Locksman! Sharp and deadly.
Javelins start chucking at these light bowmen there. You're gonna go ahead and activate. Oh, it's only the hunters that have the extra leadership then. Okay, we'll wait on that then. They haven't taken too much in terms of leadership penalty. The tribesmen have hit the walls now. We're likely to lose quite a few of them, but dish some damage back. Go ahead and choose to switch their fire for the Lord. The Noctua taking some damage on the wind, but they do actually have some ranged fire themselves. Rather than use them at the walls, deploy the butt ladders, guys.
One of your units has no more ammunition.
There they go.
Overcoming every
Come on, Balfra, move up. In fact, our infantry here probably needs to pull out their shields so they don't take as much damage.
You are about to
Go
capture
ahead
the
and
gates.
advance. Lovely, the gates are about to fall. Let's get everyone up, ready to go on through. Oh, it's lying. We're about to capture the gates.
Locksman! Take them so far! Forwards, men! Hit them! Desert warriors! Death will
Keep taking those gates down,
Warriors
Hoop Shoe.
are attacking the gates.
send them to Osiris!
Hillmen versus those two-handed axes. I think they got the hammers themselves. Is your bonk superior to our gigantic bronze axe? It does not appear so. Uh-oh, the Hanku Guard are up here as well. Those leaf blades are going to be deadly. Knock, knock, Mo Suckra. Oh, you can hear him coming in.
The enemy gates have been destroyed.
Indeed. Everyone in.
Who is worthy? Yes, at once!
Can this activate for everyone? No, it's just himself. Also just himself, and for allies in range, activate almost. Go now.
Witness me!
Damage.
For the glory of Egypt!
In, lads.
Them down!
Steal those really lightly armored militia there that are up front. The fools. Let fly your arrows.
Barbaros!
Axes.
Memnon's name. Destroy the enemy. Send them to Osiris. Strength and glory.
Who is next? Brimming with doors
You have captured the gates.
Send them to Osiris.
Javelins!
We'll bring the javelins in. And they can cause a ruckus from behind.
The foe has captured
Oh
your
yeah, no,
tower.
they throw up the white flag. That's the end. Rest in peace, Sparta. They just shoot all their ammo at the wall. They do indeed. They throw their shot perfectly for the part of the battlement where there's no one at. Really good at wasting ammo. We'll take it though. Raise it and slave and keep moving.
Live and learn.
Ares does quite enjoy seeing a Sparta fall. Balfour has become the doom of cities. When you see this one coming, run.
Mother
It
Eos
won't even,
guide us.
won't save you. This one would give us 1,000 stone. That's not that much. Bronze from our ancient allies, the Octopus Clan. Well, instead, Alfred can come on up and try to claim Hellen. Let's move on Hellen as a crew here.
show the way.
Surely this is going to make us all of the
Take a breath.
new buddies. Disciplinarian or the protector of the people. So more morale or more movement range after battle. Chance of stealing spoils from the fallen during a victory, so giving us more post-battle loot. More income from raiding. That's all for raiding. Weapon. Let's go ahead and grab the protector of the people, so more morale, and we'll work towards, I'm thinking we'll go for extra movement after winning battles, because I think that would give us up to 40% more. Pretty incredible. That is like the sword of Cain. I think so. I think, well, people being... Yeah, I'm not sure what happens when Memnon goes after Hellen. But basically, when we do claim Hellen, I'm sure that everyone in Troy immediately is going to cause problems. And if Sparta's still left, they will likely do the same as well. This will likely be like the sword of Cain. Yes. But I personally actually do not know, so we'll be fighting this one out together. Everyone has moved as far as they can, sadly enough. Many pretty proper battles there, and we're destroying almost all of Greece. They rebuild very, very quickly, but actually they've been slowing down. Good to see. Our ruin is starting to become complete. Alright, well, let's scoop on through. We've got some horde upgrades available over here at Balfra. Didn't even notice. All the way up to a hero's pavilion. Sir, you've earned it. Drill Master would give us more charge bonus. Would not be bad, especially since we have plenty of resources. We definitely need to find a wood settlement, though. I think for our next, we will simply grab the Egyptian Scrolls of Knowledge. Give us some casualty replenishment rate, some construction cost reduction, and then a bit more research rate. We'll skip on through it in the turn. Alright, Techie. So basically what happened, there's many stories, but the deal is that Helen gets bamboozled by Aphrodite, a bit of enchantment, after Paris chooses her in a beauty contest. So Helen gets bamboozled, and Menelaus obviously is not happy with his wife going back to Troy with Paris. So it looks like the Azolian Locris has united against us. And then it kind of became a war of alliances. Everyone got dragged into it simply because they were allies with someone else. All of the Greeks were forced to sign an oath. Well, they all took an oath, rather, at Odysseus' behest, where they all would defend Helen if anything ever happened to her. All of the suitors, anyone who was ever after her hand, all would band together and fight. That is kind of why they all rolled out. But it all happens because of the gods and how fickle they happen to be. Can we go into an ambush stance right here? We have just enough movement range. We can't attack Thyrea with him being inside the settlement. That would be a bad call. So instead, we'll go ahead and jump into an ambush, see if we can't catch them. That'd be awesome. Maybe we may be a bit too close, but we'll see. We will see. Memnon, though, we could easily come on over to Oslian, or Olazon, and we have definitely replenished enough by then. So we're gonna go ahead and declare war on these guys here. We're gonna go ahead and see if Dardania and Hector will join us, and if not, they break our alliances at their own behest, and I don't have to worry about any penalties for doing so. Welcome. Oh, they're joining us. Sorry, you Melos. This is what happens when you have friends.
With pride and valor.
I do know about Fate Great Order, yep. I haven't kept up with it nearly enough to be any kind of any kind of knowledge on it, though. A lot of resolve's gonna be this kind to us. Sorry, Melos. That's what happens when you lift.
Remember your training.
Yoink! Right through the bronze plate. Yeah, some do say there's many different comments to your point there. There are many different versions of the story, even in the different kind of translations or I think the proper word. How people have represented or how they've taken the influence from the Iliad, how they've made their own stories from it. There are many different versions, and all of them are perfectly valid. My favorite though is the one that involves Paris and his contest with the gods.
Of this place.
'Cause in the end, she does abandon Paris.
Pharaoh's will be done.
And Paris was also, at the time of the whole thing with Helen, betrothed to a water nymph. He was kind of taken at the point in time. But Aphrodite offered him Helen, and he decided, that sounds like a great idea. Let's see. Next. Yeah, we definitely need to come on down and attack Teleon just to finish off our Homeric victory here. And then unlocking the final of Pharaoh's servant territories. I wonder if this finishes the campaign where it doesn't allow us to keep playing. I don't think that'd be the case. I'm sure that would be just the case where we get a Total War victory, which is this game's version of the domination. It would have then, at that point, call it a victory. Thebes is our final that we need to raise for that one, though. And then just 30 more on top of... Not even that. We're well on our way. Memnon is an absolute champion. I would say the best campaign if you want to start and not have to worry about any of the influence or anything like that from the base game. Let's go ahead and stay here.
We march on. Set up camp.
Hate is one anime 8 with a passion. I mean, fair enough. Okay, so let's move and grab Aesop, who is
Memnon's most trusted.
closing in on getting us a bit more favor with Apollo.
A simple task.
Those are some fair reasons.
Eos at our backs.
I'll tell you, that's one of the best things about
Sweep them away.
mythology, in my opinion, is they're all just a collection of everyone's stories and thoughts, everyone's different cultural tales kind of brought together. And Greece was a land of many different city-states, many different versions to all the different tales and mythos. It's awesome to kind of learn about them all and crisscross and figure out what makes the most sense to kind of have a common canon for it all. If you can even kind of make one. Well, this looks like a nightmare of a battle. Luckily, it is kind of in the middle, the balance of power, so they may be willing to go on and sally out and face us. Listen, AI, if you can hear me, you could definitely fight us in the field. You'd probably win. I bet you would. Don't worry about that 236 range or that 242 range. That's nothing. You could easily charge through that with your armor. Let's see if it works.
Let the blood flow.
Well, come on over to Balfour after
Brother of
talking crazy for a moment. He's in the middle of a
Horns in war.
sneakiness. And actually, I'm more tempted to go after the settlement of Larissa here for the favor with Hephaestus.
I will excel.
You will excel. Love to hear it. Let's go ahead and scoot on over. We're going to trespass all the way over.
Form up. Onwards.
We're not here to make friends any longer. Oh, man. Okay, well, he's hanging out. What we'll do is take the turn to upgrade the tent
We'll camp. Catch our breath.
and just kind of recruit up. I guess replenish up, I mean. I think I want to switch off you guys.
Awaiting your bidding.
Combine them up. Oh, we can't here? That's fine.
Cunning.
You fools later, we'll upgrade with the Ethiopian javelin men. Got a bit more missile damage, and they have got those arm shields to actually reflect a bit of the enemy fire. Didn't realize I've only had the one, so let's come on into Pharaoh's Servant. And we can easily get some more Elamite Stone Slingers. We gained 4 of whatever. That's a tough call. Only one we have to wait a good deal of time is Thebes. Okay, so I think we will definitely not be calling reinforcements from either Ethiopia or Egypt. But what do you all think? Chat, should we be calling from Susa? Getting some shirted warriors, 4 of them, which are easily our most elite frontline soldier. And then some Elamite Stone Slingers, which have 190 range base. 4 of each. Or we can come on over to Canaan and get some of the heavily armored lads like the Henku Guard and the Marianu. And then the Hoopshoe or the Philistine Swordsman. I will leave it to you. Canaan or Susa. The Tau Lover has spoken. Heavy armor, lads, and excellent range superiority. So you talk about Susa? I quite like the lads from Susa there. They're pretty cheap. Just a bit of wood and some gold. And common agrees with the Xeno. Reinforcements from Susa it is. Welcome. And that means Amez has himself some much more elite lads here. So I'm going to keep some of the tribesmen because having the Vanguard deploy is pretty useful there. So we'll kick out these guys and them as well.
Guided by fate.
Down to 17. We'll grab 2 Sheridan Warrior. And then an Elamite Stone Sling. You can even grab likely 1 more. Rid of those Ethiopian hunters there and grab 1 more of the range superiority. Start replacing our weak troops on Amez's here, as he has earned himself a bit better. We've got so much in store. We just need to get more wood in the treasury. And now that we've got everyone on the back front, or back foot, we should be able to do that no problem. In fact, since we have this peninsula here kind of cleared off, let's take the opportunity to recruit in a new hero. Well, we can't. Why not? Has been only allowed to have a certain amount of armies. Oh no, are we not allowed to have any more? I know he had a limit. Let's find out. 4 armies. King of Ethiopia. I don't see that he has a limit to his armies. Huh. Trojan Pillar. Don't worry about his Trojan Pillar as we tear down the pillars of Troy ourselves. I mean, yeah, we need some food, but we've got 71,000.
Loyal kinsman, in defense of Troy.
We may be at a hero cap of some kind. We'll have to see.
Son
Maybe
of
it's
the
in a
dawn.
camp stance. No. Interesting.
My honor guides me.
That's fine. We'll get him out on the sea then,
Lower the sails.
and we'll come on over and hit Telion next turn. Betray all of our
Our chance
allies
will come.
and start up a war with Troy.
With
Could be a good
pride.
time.
Being ruined.
Okay, then Aesop, you are set up for your siege.
In Pharaoh's name.
Who else is ready to go?
Is mine.
That's just fine. Okay, then let's go ahead and jump on into the resourceful strategist. Make sure all of our agents are kind of set up as we want. Hurting defending heroes Aesop has got. To be honest, he doesn't need that much more. Grabbing the guy that gives us more, the Egyptian assassin, sounds like a good pick up there.
And show me your ways.
Since his army is fully missile anyway, the ability to weaken the enemy hero, the enemy lord, sounds like a really good and a win more card. This one just costs a bit of gold. Go ahead and weaken the enemy's ability to hold out to siege.
Me what you know.
Same thing with Amaz here. We're going to go ahead and give him the assassin and the Pain and infiltrator. Perfect. I'm going to spend a bit of gold for it.
To learn the methods of many peoples.
Too close to the settlement. Oh, that's a fair point. Let's see. Happy to try that. Now they're out in the water. We won't be able to recruit anyone at all, though. Curses. We'll try next. Oh, well, now we won't be as safe. That'll be all right. He will get a trial through fire. All right, then. That shall be the. Although, wait, maybe we want to see about starting to end some of our agreements with Hector. We're gonna have diplomatic penalties no matter what, but maybe we can lessen them a bit. Oh, we're military allies with Hector. Man, that's gonna cause some problems. Okay, so get this. What if we ignore Hector? See if he declares on us when we attack his brother, and then we jump in on Hector. Try to play this a bit more Machiavellian, instead of just declaring war on Hector and breaking all of our agreements. Play any zombie games. I mean, if you consider Elden Ring a zombie game, there's lots of zombies wandering around. My ally has been attacked by Penthesilea. Well, we'll go ahead and join again. Join against Penthesilea there. That's just fine. Hector in Myth loathes Paris for his actions. He does. He does indeed. But he also agrees to defend him because he's his little brother. So no matter what mistakes he makes, he is still the shield. Ares will decide. Lycomedes declares on us. Bring it, Lycomedes. Ooh, Dardania really doesn't like him. Get Hector to join the war on Paris. That's what we're going to try to do. We're going to ignore Helion to start. We'll come on down here and attack these guys then. Maybe not. We can kind of scoot on through and blitz Paris. Oh yeah, Paris is now defending Helen. He knows what's up. He's heard us talking. Oh, you're not ready to defend Helen. What are you up to, bud? The one's wearing their bathrobes. Alright.
More lands to roam.
We'll scoot on around then.
Memnon's
I'm still going to try to ambush. We'll just come between Argos and the other.
not lazing about.
It will allow us to keep replenishing in the process.
Stock and
Living like
right on, brother.
Hannibal.
Keep an eye out. Lay low.
The old Hannibal from Carthage.
Memnon.
Alright, Memnon. Get you moving. I would really like to attack some of these settlements that give us some favor with the different gods, but scoot on through for now. In fact, we can do so in March. Let's go ahead and go to full speed and zoom down here. We may come ashore and attack them at Gla. Let's find out. We'll scoot through.
Eos guides us.
Eos guides us. Man, you can move a long ways. You personally love Project Zomboids. I do know the game, Splattercat. YouTuber that I quite enjoy. plays a good bit of Project Zomboid. I haven't seen the most recent stuff, but I saw him play the old school stuff. He's got a lot of peasants, Paris does. His levied infantry, I don't think are going to perform all that well. He has the most elite archers in the entire game, so I'm very surprised at his really lackluster army there. We're going to keep allowing the siege to play out. The amount of damage you deal from the attrition, siege attrition, is incredible. It drops them by half their units. So we'll just let this keep on playing out. In fact, let's go ahead and make sure they are all tired when the battle actually commences. You poor fools.
We'll break them.
You like roguelite games like Hades. I do agree that Hades is one of the best roguelites that I have ever played. Really solid. Love the music, love the aesthetic, and it is Greek mythology, which is always a plus.
Attack.
Right, I think we're ready to go for the next turn then.
King of Ethiopia.
Man, no one wants to meet Memnon. Almaz has some construction available. Ooh, you know what? I think we'll give him the Sacred Zone of Hephaestus as well. Simply because this is an awesome ability here. We get it up to the second tier. Nah, it goes up to tier 3. You know what? Then we wait. We'll go for morale of Egyptian units. Scaling missile damage. We may just go for the Egyptian Scrolls of Knowledge with him as well. Which may be a wee bit boring, but increasing the speed that we get these royal decrees done is only going to get us the Ethiopian troops faster.
Forged in war.
Sweet. Alright, Almes. Looks like the lads of Larissa are going to be defending pretty stoutly here. Lots of renowned swordsmen and renowned archers. We don't want to have that fight
Ready for
with
anything.
another army as well. So come on over here and see what's at Ochalia.
Leading the way.
Looks like nothing but doom. And we declare war. And we'll go ahead and bring Dardania and Hector as well. They've got no allies, but up in the north. You poor fools. Hector's probably irritated with all the battles we're getting him into. Oh, really? Auto-resolve is not kind to Almez's troops. You say we take Hellen from Memnon. That's the plan. Hellen of Ethiopia. Me too, my friend. We're gonna go ahead and drop down the 2,000 food just to make everyone tired. I want to make sure we get as many of our troops through this battle as we can, although I don't think we're gonna have too much of a trouble with that. They're tired, they're cranky, and there are no Snickers for miles. Beautiful. Ooh, foggy battle. Probably not. We'll just go ahead and deploy with the dry weather then. Bit more of a temperate forest map here. We are definitely far, far from home. Let's set up our archers and get this battle started.
Without hesitation.
Trying to set them up in a spot where they can cause a lot of ruckus right off the start. But we don't want to deploy. We want to make sure our tribesmen are actually over where they can assist in this battle here. Gotta set them up like so. We'll have the javelinmen up front, since they actually have shields. Hunters behind them. I am gonna throw the tribesmen in, at least one unit to allow them to escape. Cool. Now we'll have the Elamite Stone Slingers in behind. We'll move up the path as fast as they can to reinforce, and then we'll have the Philistine Swordsmen to be the armored core that helps this group out. Archers, guard mode. And these three.
Into formation.
Perfect. We'll have the Sheridan pushing up the front line here, so they have those javelins.
Into formation.
Shu going up.
Spear. Acknowledge. Without question.
Behind the Ear Jet Forest. We can have the chariots kind of taking the individual paths on in.
Maintain battle order. I shall do.
Main battle order. Gotta begin. This is true. Auto resolve is very, very based on armor. And not much else. You guys go after those renowned slings. Go ahead and push the hoopshoe in. You guys, axes. Go ahead and move up and axe them a question. Several if you can. Send them to Osiris.
Knowledge.
Club and move one in.
Tear them apart.
She's doing a pretty bad job at dealing with those slings, but the shielded spearmen are about to have a real bad day. Most of them are about to flee, and they're gone. Are you guys turn and stand? In a fight, that is.
Push on.
Right, clubman versus axeman. We have the disadvantage
Your
of no
warriors
armor,
are
but there's-
losing heart.
most of our soldiers are not the ones laying on the ground there. Uh-oh, here come the chariots. The boys are ready. He packed extra legs. Cool. Yep, that's not good. That's pretty much exactly how one would expect that to go. Let's move through and help with those axemen
Your
next.
warriors have been routed.
Our warriors have been routed. Oh, those are tribesmen. That's fine. Alright, they're gone. Now we move up and deal with the next group of bowmen. No problem. Alright, Sine chariots. Let you finish off these bowmen here if they even manage to survive long enough. Chariots. Hey, there's the win. Greeks, win the white flag. There will be not a bit of mercy, though. Yeah, Memnon's gonna have a lot of struggles with auto resolve just because most of his soldiers are very, very lightly armored. Still, this man is brutal enough, even with his little noodle arms, he can bash this man's head off with his rock hammer here, so don't mess with Amez. He eats his spinach. And raise it and slave. Welcome to Ethiopia. It's your new home. Imagine. I wouldn't. I just lay down. I pretend you took me out even if I didn't. Yep, you got me.
More conquests await.
Oh, is this Mount Olympus? It's likely not, but that looks cool. I figure there would be a little card. Most of the important areas have a little card next to them letting you know if they are indeed important. This looks like they're indicating that this is Mount Olympus. In which case, let's keep moving.
A son of
Time to
the
claim the home of the gods.
To our goal.
I guess by claim I mean destroy.
We camp. Appoint sentry.
Lycomedes is just hanging out over here on Skyrios. Aphrodite would be happy if we burned his home down, which we shall.
Ruin.
Okay, well, everyone's still up to their
Memnon's most trusted.
dastardly ways.
Connect my blade.
You're out of movement, though. So, wait a turn. Let's jump into the divine will that I have completely neglected a couple turns in a row here. We'll toss out a prayer to not Artemis, but perhaps yeah, Ares is the best one to go with. And I did notice in between streams, we actually have this lovely little faction effects panel here that I didn't notice until very, very late into the game. This would have been an awesome one to see. You can see all of the faction effects that are actively plaguing or benefiting your faction. I'm not going to read them all up. We can kind of see them all here. You can see exactly how long your prayers are going to be keeping in effect and how long until you're able to pray again. So we've got one more turn before we can pray to Apollo. Still got the Breaker of Heroes for 4 more turns. We need to make sure we take full advantage. Let's go ahead and grab the Prayer to Ares for 1,000 food and 50 gold. That's pretty pricey. But dropping everyone's leadership by 20% is just crippling. Killing Ares and taking the throne. I mean, if he would have survived against Achilles, I don't know if even Achilles could have challenged Ares, though. It's time we put differences aside. Hector wants to barter bronze for wood. Sure, we can make a little agreement. We'll get Hector to fight Paris one way or another here. Oh, man. Prophecy of Doom. Doom. Oh, it's actually just saying who's they're dropping down the doom on Hector. Oh, but the Balfour does manage to get the ambush on Almenos? Almenos. Welcome, you poor fool. He comes on in with a huge group of spearmen and some club warriors. All resolve is going to be quite nice to us, but we will still lose some. Let's go ahead and jump into the camp followers here, and then we could either poison the well or poison their supplies. Give them all the runs. Yeah, let's give the enemy army the runs there. We will, I'm going to quickly, though, jump up and grab some snacks and some more coffee here, and we'll continue our stream very momentarily. Everyone, great, go grab some snacks. We'll meet back in about 5. We should try out Rhesus? Don't worry, we will be trying out many of the Trojans, or the different heroes here in Troy. I've been having a good bit of fun, and Rhesus is likely going to be our next playthrough. And be right back. Alright, let's get back to it. Coffee in hand. Black coffee because apparently punishment is my due. Keeps you awake though. Although I won't lie, I did just start choking on it pretty bad. Oof. Careful with your hot drinks, otherwise you might scald yourself. Message from a wizard. Go ahead and start this battle on up. And funnily enough, Techie, what's the funniest part about Memnon is he is fully 100% Trojan. His dad was a prince of Troy, and his mother was the Greek goddess of the dawn, Eos. She just kind of kidnapped his dad because he was a beautiful lad, and carried him on off to Ethiopia, where she gave birth to Memnon and his brother. I believe his brother's name was a Mathian. I probably got the name wrong, but Hercules ends up slaying him on one of his on his quest to claim the golden apples of the Hesperides. Our Ethiopian or Egyptian archers actually holding the front line since they have a bit of armor. They'll actually be able to block off some of the... We'll have to see if we can actually hit some shots. We have a really, really nice bit of high ground here, though. Yeah, basically when Memnon becomes the king of Ethiopia after Hercules slays his older brother and says, "You can be the king of Ethiopia." Hercules didn't actually want to fight Mathian. He had no choice.
It will be done. Spears!
Granted, he didn't need to steal the golden apples, but it was part of his one of his labors, so such is the way. Hercules needed to get his juju back for accidentally slaying his family. Hera really didn't like him much.
We stand ready.
His crime? Being Zeus's kid.
It will be done.
Alright, Balfra, you can hang out here with your javelins. Easy win. Let's hope so.
Who is ready?
Who is ready? Everyone is ready. Grab our Menfit infantry, our Hoopshoe, and these Ethiopians. You guys will set up on the other side. So slings here.
Very well. Understood.
Hopefully the archers actually have a good line of sight and they're not being blocked by the cliff face here, but we may have to move them a bit. We'll see. Losing the voice a little bit, so we'll have to hopefully cover. We'll see if we can. It has been a long week, but I was not going to keep away from the stream. Yep, we'll grab our chariot runners as well, let them find a nice target. We're gonna keep these guys all hidden as long as we can. I don't know if the Hoopshoe can hide though, because they are heavy. I trust them. We just need to deploy our Menfit now, which I'm going to go ahead and deploy with Axe mode out. These guys can hide in the forest, no problem. In fact, we can probably put the Hoopshoe in the forest.
Unflinching in battle.
There we go, that's proper. Archers, guard mode, chariots, melee mode, battle begin.
The foe has sighted your hidden units.
I'm unscared. Push forward.
Very well. Advance.
What's the plan?
Egyptians, move.
Charge it in. Let's go ahead and break as many of these spears as we can in the center line here. Archers annihilate those Achaean slings. Chariots come on in here and do the same. Run them down.
Strike them down.
The amount of fear being unleashed upon these poor fools. Oh, they had no trouble hitting them. That was great. Let's go ahead and grab everyone here. The extra charge. We probably should have moved up a little bit. Let's charge on into battle.
Your hero
Those javelins
is under
flying.
attack.
Enemy Lord is already retreating. God, I can't wait for the increased combat, match combat animations to be coming back with Pharaoh. They look awesome. There were quite a bit of good ones in this one, but a lot of times you'll see guys just kind of swinging and flailing, which is a bit sad.
Victory is
Yeah, we got
close
them
enough
completely
to taste.
surrounded. We just need to get actually all the warriors in.
Ethiopia. For our king. Born to fight. Glory.
Glory to Egypt. Alright, chariots, come on in and let's just break the rest of them here. One fell swoop. Anyone who wants to come on up can meet the rain of arrows and rocks. Be a bad time for everyone.
One of your units has no more ammunition.
Egyptians.
How sad. Our javelins are out of ammo. Death in the tall grass. Was Professor Plum with the pipe in the tall grass. We're gonna keep chasing down as many of these fools as we can, though. There's no reason to end this battle now.
Slay them all!
Battle ready.
Spear! Spill blood!
We did catch them in an ambush. Get them, spear runners. These guys don't actually do a lot of damage. They move really, really fast, so. And they got some legs.
Horses harnessed.
You guys moving through. Chase as many of these fools down as you can. You guys turn around and chase off that group.
Onwards. Men.
Press on! In Memnon,
And round up as many captives as you can. You need the extra goodies. Go ahead and switch you all to axe mode. Didn't even need them, really. Those Achaean slings are going to escape no problem, likely. You chase this group here down. Awesome, and then you guys go after, perhaps those Achaean slings. They do have some javelins.
Egyptian chariots!
Chariots, move out. Try to catch more distant units, please. We'll speed things up. They've got to run through the Valley of Death. Well, that was a pretty easy clap there. An unfortunate ambush for the enemy. Didn't have anywhere to run. With that awesome high ground. Obi-Wan Kenobi School of Battle Tactics really paying off. Yeah, they're all rounded up. That's pretty much the last of them. Sweet. Yes, indeed, Heracles is the way to be saying it when we're in the Greek side. Alright, a bit of experience, food, and bronze. Not much else to gain, even after putting them to death. So we'll go ahead and actually take these guys on for the 19% more replenishment. The lads of the Grapevine are quite hardy. See you on the battlefield. Quite polite. See you on the battlefield indeed. Ares has answered our prayer, so the enemy is going to be incredibly discouraged on the battlefield. And they have successfully poisoned the well of Amez. Oh, how unfortunate. Amez, why aren't you watching out? Alfra is fiercely independent. Good. Now, Memnon, your job is to burn down Thebes.
I will do this.
You'll do this? Perfect. Is your one job. Getting down here to try to catch Helen is also a pretty important job. She's quite a ways away. Thebes is one of our Homeric victories. So we move on in. And we declare war. Looks like Hector is one of their allies, and Hesperia is as well. Hector would likely join them, so we can't start a fight with Thebes yet.
In defense of Troy.
Soon. very, very soon. Instead, we'll just traipse across the land and get set up to go after Hector. Or, not Hector, Paris.
Coming into dock.
There's nothing on this side that's really too defensive for them. We'll let Athens build up a bit more, so we can actually gain some nice boons for destroying it.
Memnon's most
Yeah, the old school Disney movie has broken my pronunciation. I forget old Herc. Let's go after Thyrea. Burn down this port settlement. And then... And I'm tempted to try to declare on Hector. Or not Hector, you called him Hector. Declare on Paris. And then set up in an ambush. How rebuilt is Argos? Fairly. Let's take down Thyrea.
all lands to Rome. We'll break them.
Give us a nice auto-resolve, please.
Lion's ferocity.
Oof. One good swing. That's all it takes. Breathius falls. We lost 135 in the fray, most of that going to our lightly armored Ethiopians. That's just fine. We'll take the Raisin Slave and keep moving.
For this place. Battle is my sport.
Sport. Alfred, you have become quite the warrior. Grants the entire army extra battle speed in land or siege battles. Melee defense of swords or during siege battles. Man, we were doing lots of sieges, so when I think the paired with Athena for siege is actually not a bad call. Most of our battles here are ending up being siege battles, so that gives it to all of our units rather than just the one.
Mother Eos, guide us. No lazing about.
Let's jump into an encampment.
Rest and replenish.
See about what kind of upgrades we can give for Balfra, including the processions to Hephaestus, which sounds just the best. Hephaestus is the bestest. Let's grab the Egyptian chest of knowledge as well, and then finish off the armor inspector. A bit more armor. Plus 10 to go with our plus 15 that we have. Yes, please. We definitely need to start working on our wood growth, though. So when we come on into the war spoils, that's wrong. Wood is up here in Cyparissos, which is a little ways away from any of our armies, unfortunately. We shall make do.
Show them war.
Yeah, they're already down to 80 troops apiece. Can we take them with an auto-resolve? Not quite. We'll just allow them to keep attritioning down then. Poor fools. Continue it up.
Eos at our backs.
And Syria at our fronts. The only person who has no movement, or has movement, being Ahmes here. He got the well poisoned, so we lost a few troops on the open field. That's a bit sad. Looks like they've kind of come on over and grabbed the settlement then. Piled in behind them. Well, in that case, let's move on up and start destroying the settlements around Mount Olympus.
Leave none living.
Start causing some issues.
Bring them to ruin.
It's likely going to try to sacrifice our tribesmen here. Yep. The audacity. To war. Let Paris gain more hero items. Nah, see, if I let Paris gain a bit stronger, then I can't steal Helen as easily. It's gonna be a foggy day, is it? How about lightning storm? A fog it is. Okay, this will make it a bit harder to actually spot the enemy elite bowman, but I think we'll make do. Set the tribesmen up in the trees there. They'll be invisible to start. We can have the Elamite coming up behind them. And then the Ethiopian hunter and other javelin tribesmen up on the sides there. Perfect. They'll likely take a bit of damage, but that's kind of what they're there for. The ear jet. Let's have one ear jet, one tribesman rolling with them. Same thing on the far side there. Hiding in the woods. We'll have our Sheridan taking down the center route with the Hoopshoe moving across this bit of pond here. Philistine swordsman, which we can set up on the other side here. Lovely. That's our infantry. Our general, and then the light chariots.
Acknowledged. Form up. Maintain battle order.
Get you guys in melee mode, and then we'll get things started. We won't push to eliminate Paris fully. It'll be very hard to do so anyway, just because of where all he is located.
Sons of Egypt. Slingers. Warriors of the sand. That will claim you. Chariots of Egypt. Ready for war. I am ready.
Alright, let's get on in there. Go ahead and switch these guys on over and charge forward. Send them to Osiris. We should slaughter the enemy slings, but our hunters are gonna have some problems. We're gonna pull them back just a little bit. Let the stone slings move up. Start causing some ruckus.
Expert bowman.
Spears. That duel awaits.
Those hoops were moving on forward. Our chariots decided to switch targets. Interesting.
Chariots advancing.
Break them.
Chariots advancing. Flank and charge. Warriors of the sands. Egyptians move.
You guys come on through.
Your
Looks like we're
warriors
pretty
are
easily
losing
defeating.
heart.
Yeah, they're losing heart. They're fine. They took some damage. They're doing all right. Renowned slings are about to turn and run. Get some javelins in on these bowmen on the other side there. That should break them.
We'll save you.
Alright, Manfit versus the enemy there. They're doing very well for themselves. Only a few of ours have fallen. Uh-oh. They've made it past your line. It's time to ask those questions. They just stared at that guy for a while and it knocked him out.
Ethiopian archer.
Your hero
Those guys are
is
gone.
under attack.
We're firing the next unit. You guys break them. Those bowmen have want nothing to do with the battle.
Know your positions.
Complete business. That's another victory. A hail of arrows to finish things off. You poor fools. Gotta get some sleep. Alright, Common. Fair enough. Sleep is for the weak, but I will grant you that. Have a good night there. Glad you made it into the stream. Another lovely victory. Xanthos falls. Him and his gum. We raise and enslave.
Fulfilling my potential.
And we keep burning down the towns around Mount Olympus. Surely the Greek gods will
More
like us for it.
conquests await.
Clear up
Setting off.
some real estate for them.
We camp. Appoint sentries.
Awesome sounding thunder, though. We may just hang out here just for the ambience. Okay, we've got healing arts, so more replenishment. Or master ambusher. We can go for some crazy ambush style tactics there. He finishes things off with the Sheridan warriors. It seems like everyone does. Foreign curse. Empty-headed. Animal food. Trout wiper. Man. That is quite the insult. Go for the reload skill or armor piercing. Let's go for the armor piercing damage, because this is also going to give us more missile resistance to our shield infantry, making them even more tanky. Sounds good to me.
Brought down by experience.
We've got lots of shield lads in Amez's army here. So breaking Paris down here where he is with Hellen is simply to claim Hellen. Not so much to claim whatever the elite items that Paris is running with. But he does already have Agamemnon's scepter there, so increased morale for all units in the hero's aura. The unique items are really not that good. So I have noticed. Yeah, diplomacy is now a moot point. We're just here to destroy. I think our next prayer shall be to Apollo for the extra line of sight. Allow us to avoid fights that we absolutely cannot win. For now, we've got plenty of golden food, so we can keep going with that one. Jumping into Pharaoh's Servant, we can go for some more lads from Ugarit or Megiddo. Is there one of the war spoils that lets us get extra troops nearby? Fame coming from destroying Salamis. We could definitely do that on the way. Yeah, so before we call in some more troops, let's blow up Salamis. Alpha has some construction available. We'd love to see it. We could just give him the Keeper of the Battle Stories then. Upkeep cost reduction, though, sounds pretty good as well. Let's go for the scaling damage. Keeper of Battle Stories it is. This is going to drain our wood down to the lowest it has been the entire campaign. Luckily, though, I think Salamis is a wood settlement, so we should gain some extra wood for destroying it. Hopefully that is.
That is not possible.
Good business. Go ahead and ask. We got in here, and in the turn, we've got a lot of bronze. If we really wanted to, we could probably make some proper deals. So coming down to talk to Hector.
Some wine and figs first. Then we shall talk.
I will give you, say, 1,000 bronze for... Oh man, I'm not giving you 1,000 bronze for anything. You are really not doing great, are you, Hector? Well, let's give you maybe 100 bronze for however much food or however much wood you're willing to give me. 500? That's not... What are you doing, buddy? That's not worth it at all for me. We're gonna do it just to make sure our relations stay fairly high with Hector.
I'm content.
Don't want to risk him declaring war on us instead of someone else if we're trying to drag him in. I want him to fight his brother instead of fighting us. Someone else, though, let's see if we can grab some more wood from. Graham.
A
Graham, old
profitable
lad.
deal seems highly likely.
Let's find out. I've got 1,000 bronze for you. How much wood are you willing to part with? 5k. Seems like a good trade to me. I don't know what you're on about. You value your... Maybe we can also give 200. Ooh, haggle activated. He doesn't want it for 1,000, but if we just bump it up once, that'll do. All of the extra wood.
Agreed.
Thank you, Priam. Does anyone else have any wood they're willing to part with? You guys are. Theanops, welcome.
I foresee gains to be made here.
Oh, me too. You seem like a prophet. We'll take 1,200. You tell me what's too much. Then we'll come on in here and start haggling. That'll do. 1667. A lovely year.
Agreed.
Didn't seem very happy about it, though, for an agreeance. Alright, that's as much Machiavellian nonsense as I'm up to doing. We're gonna get back to the bonking. The proper way of talking to our enemies.
More lands to roam.
Direct my blade.
Everyone's ready to go. We'll hang out with Ahmes here up at Mount Olympus then, and we'll end the turn. Thank you, Zeus. Sleep is for the wise. You're absolutely correct. Hector? True, we could give him 1,000. Oh, look. Macedon is coming on out to face us. Whole bunch of shielded spearmen and some renowned slings. Well, I mean, renowned slings are dangerous, but we have chariots. Let's go ahead and pull back once here. We lose no favor with any god for doing so. If he wants to follow us, we will fight that one. So let's pull back once. See who can retreat, or who can actually follow us. Looks like none. Okay. Icos wants a peace treaty, and they will give us wood. I mean, who do you think I am? He's a minor power, and quite reliable. No, we're gonna go ahead and destroy you. Sorry, good sir. Are you sure this is for the best? I am. Hippothous would like to trade a good bit of stone for some wood. Sounds good to me. Is agreed then. Telamonian Ajax has turned his fury unto you. Long have you threatened the friends of Salamis. Enough. I, the bulwark of the Achaeans, hereby pledge to rid the world of your nefarious presence, so that my allies may at least know security and peace. Your spears shall break against the bronze of my mighty shield. It is high time you destroy this oversized brute and put him down for good. Interesting. My antagonist is Ajax. Scouts indicate the enemy forces are avoiding direct confrontation with our troops. They march to outmaneuver our warriors and avoid pitched battles, choosing instead to strategically harass targets before moving on. Fight as cowards. Bring it, Ajax. All has answered, Hephaestus' cult has leveled on up, and Ahmes has become fortunate. Trying to poison my wells, are you?
Your will is mine.
Alright, Ahmes, we're gonna have you come on up and slay Damaster here. Poor fool was caught out in the open. We'll give this one to the auto resolve. Be nice.
Mow them down.
Kick. Oh, clobber in time. The old stone axe is super effective. We will go ahead and replenish troops by 20%. That seems completely fair. We've got a cretin hat. A fine cranial adornment for the Minoan people of some civic or military importance. For more motivation and happiness. Sounds good. He has a lovely hat. Destroying this little would give us vision over the area. Not a bad call. Where did the other army go? Are they in ambush somewhere? That's probably pretty likely. In that case, let's go ahead and grab the Master Ambusher then, to avoid the enemy ambush, if there is one. See about bringing down this town here. And even hide in it. Interesting.
Death consume them.
How surprising. Well, in another effort to kind of keep our losses down, we're going to charge on in here to this small settlement battle, and guess the enemy forces are nearby, hiding in the woods or something. I'm not sure. It's not very brave, but let's make them tired and charge on in there. Really, all I'm doing is waiting to see if Paris leaves the place that Hellen's at, so we can move on in and claim Hellen. Alright, set up the archers here. I quite like having the javelin men as kind of a wombo combo squad of armor piercing. Done a very good job of themselves. Let's have the Jet ready to defend them. Kind of keep a gap on both sides. The Jet should be more than enough to keep them nice and safe.
Weapons ready. Drop formation.
Archers together. Oh, my stone slingers in the back here.
It will be done.
Guard mode. Ethiopian tribesmen. I want one unit here with the Jet. And then the other with the other Jet, same as we did last battle there. All the way on the other end. And our heavily armored warriors in the center. Chariots in melee mode. As instructed.
Horses harnessed. Desert warriors. Battle position. Spears.
Have the two Manfit moving down this side with spears up.
Maintain battle order. For the glory of Egypt.
Grab the Hoopshoe, the Sheridan that aren't deployed, and then Amez, and have them going up this side here.
So be it.
7 units. That surely won't be too much to use. Not one bit. That'll be good. Okay, so Axemen are up front to be... Nope, it's those renowned bowmen there. Everyone move up and deal with it. Javelins together. We're going to have to go after Icos first. Have those Jet charge forward.
For Ethiopia, make them pay.
Make them pay.
We stand ready. Death will claim you. Desert warriors.
Osiris.
Chariot of Egypt. Warriors of Egypt. Send them to Osiris.
Alright, the archers are already gone. Perfect. Burn and deal with these Axemen next. Stone slings. Turn and help out with the enemy hero.
Fight will follow. Locksmith. Javelin.
The foe has sighted your hidden units.
You guys throw those spearmen as they run. Well, I'm not concerned with them seeing any of my hidden units at all. Get in there, chariots. For Memnon.
Chariots of Egypt.
Well, hello there, lads. How would you enjoy being run over? And I wouldn't get up. That's the end for you.
Servants of Memnon.
The end of the Vikings. I guess the secondary chariots there got bogged down. They decided not to keep going. Interesting strategy. Disappointing Memnon is not usually wise. Those armor-piercing axes are going to do really, really good work. I'm thinking the white flag is about to probably get launched.
Move it.
Better pull those guys through the line. Enemy heroes are completely broken. And now they can surround and destroy with those broad axes. I'm thinking you give up. Oh, they're gonna talk the smack as they run. Chop. Fancy hats don't protect you from an axe in the back. Who's willing to keep fighting? I'm seeing the break. There it is. Sorry, lads. Just don't have what it takes. Only 40 lost. Oh, many jammed it in? How do you even do that? Alright, Amez. He's definitely got some superpowers and he's not telling us about. Let's go ahead and raise and enslave and keep on moving. These settlements around Mount Olympus shall no doom. Thank you,
More conquests
Zeus.
away.
Always so appreciative. We've got 30% movement. Can we pull away from this settlement a little bit? I don't think we're actually able to go into ambush right next to it. Food for Gideon. And for our Nissa as well. We get some more favor. For all the forests around here, you'd think we'd have more wood options for our victories, but such is the way. Let's go down to the south here and stand at Dion. Threaten to blow up this city for gold here. The Pelasgotes, Pelasgiotes have been taking really good advantage of our destruction, settling everywhere that we've already destroyed. Alright, Memnon. Onward to Salamis. Athens is currently under siege. We could easily help out there, but let's move on through. You stand here. Go into march. Can't quite land on the shores. Doesn't look like. So march stance would be kind of useless. Stay in normal. And just come on down. Oh man, we could probably take down Marathon in the process. Let's do it. This one we could probably give to auto-resolve. Destroying Marathon is... Oh wow. Sorry there, fools. Guess you tried your best. Yoink. Yeah, give him a couple more, just for good measure. He brought like 3 lads with him to the fight, but disrespect him to the maximum. We'll raise the gill and
story ends here.
Into their story indeed.
Staunch protector.
We go into march? No. So if after you've won a single battle, you're not allowed then to go into march chance. We'll just go hang out next to Athens, join Dardania for their fight against Salamis, and then we can come out and destroy this settlement in the next battle. For this, the stream ends, we have to claim Hellen. Is a requirement. Oh, Paris. You poor fool. You've abandoned your woman. Can't get over here though, can we?
Fulfilling your trust.
Prince of Troy.
Do we simply attack him at Thyrea? Militia, some archers and some slings. That's nothing to be really scared of. I think it's time. We could quickly grab some more heavy chariots from Ugarit, though. That may be a good call. Get rid of our chariot runners, which have been great, but oh, and also that costs gold too. That's fine. Yoink. 30 armor on lads that would normally be almost completely armorless. Perfect. Yeah, let's come on into Pharaoh's Servant. We'll grab Ugarit, which is going to be a lot of gold and bronze, but we've got plenty. Balfra will give you... both of the Mariane, which is going to be perfect. I shouldn't have probably spent all of that gold and bronze. We'll get rid of... surprisingly, one of these units of Manfit. I'm going to keep the tribesmen just for their vanguard deploy. We'll grab both of those Marianu. Well, hello, Hector. First, I'm going to smack you, and then we're going to go across the river here and blame Helen. Let's do it. Okay, so their allies are Dardania, Troy, and Hector. Hector likes us more than his brother. Let's see. Civil War of Troy begins. Oh no, they all join with his brother. Alright. That's probably to be expected. Oh, Thyrea is smacked. We beat them with auto-resolve? You poor fools.
Sweep them away.
Oh, they all kick the dust up. An ancient strategy. Paris wasn't ready for it. See, now we're at war with all of Troy.
Tomorrow, Eos rises.
I am to prepare. We have stolen Agamemnon's scepter, though.
More lands to roam.
Alright. Let's take to the seas.
Sailing for.
Things are about to get real spicy real fast. As I think even Dardania just declared on us.
My honor guides me.
Your honor guides you. I don't think we... Unreliable, minus 98. We definitely don't have much honor anymore. Friends with nobody. Just the way we like it.
In Pharaoh's name.
In fact, Dardania may not even bring us into the fight with Athens anymore. We'll soon see.
As Apollo is
we're
my
fully at war with
witness,
you guys now,
had
huh?
better not have ill intent.
Yes, we are. But you're still only using tribesmen here, so what am I really scared of? That is a doom squad of axe chargers. Aeneas, what a... Is this your plan? I'm not as scared of you as I could be. Sweet. Well, the great Trojan War really begins now, doesn't it? Alright, so can you finish off these fools here?
Unleash your ferocity.
We would lose a bit on the tribesmen there. That's fine. We'll give this one to the auto-resolve.
Let the blood flow.
Give him a few more chops for good, but yeah. Sorry there, old man. Better luck next time. I'll take that win. That's no problem. We raise and enslave. We get more for the raise and kill, but I am trying to maximize our replenishment and horde growth. That way these guys get up to max sooner rather than later. Apollo has leveled up as well. How are our god levels doing? We are max with Ares, Apollo. We get 25% more research rate. Beautiful. I think if we're going to go for a prayer, it shall be to... We've already got the ones for Ares and Apollo down, so we can go for Hephaestus there, giving us a bit more morale and missile resistance for all of our shielded infantry. He shall answer next turn. That was kind of obvious. Well, I mean, it was, but I was kind of hoping that since we had slight better relations than Hector did, he'd maybe betray his brother. We could have probably played that a bit better before we started the war, but I'm not here for...
Memnon.
Not here for that. We're here for chaos.
Memnon of Ethiopia.
Let's grab the lads from Megiddo as well, since we can.
Soldiers of glory travel
Stack them on up.
to join our cause.
Ahmed's can upgrade his horde building. That sounds perfect. You out of movement, my friend. Happily upgrade your horde camp. Skill points for Aesop.
Expanding our maps further.
So now we choose between the prestigious leader or the disciplinarian. So attrition and income from raiding. Casualty replenishment when raiding. Well, you know what? We could go for the casualty replenishment raiding. That way we can get some extra goodies as well. Camp followers, though, we can drop it down by 30%, so we can make sure everyone's always poisoned. That's a pretty tough call. I think we'll make sure everyone's always poisoned, though. Oh, what am I talking about? Prayer to Apollo gives us 300 additional experience for all of our missile troops every turn. Yep. Sold.
Make Memnon proud today.
How have you all made Memnon proud today? That's a good question. How have you all made Memnon proud today? Speed morale for the Egyptians. Melee defense. Or more treasures looted. We've got all the important buildings slotted on in, so I think next we'll just go for the Canaanite quartermasters for the extra melee defense.
Let's take a breath.
Awesome.
A brother
I am pretty sure that's about all we can get up to now. Yeah, we're waiting for population surplus at this point.
Cunning and battle hardened.
Servant of Egypt.
Fine by me. Actually, let's see. Are we able to recruit another hero yet? Not that I necessarily would here. Oh, perhaps we are at max. We're still very close to a town, so we'll have to keep testing. Let's go ahead and end the turn. And a yoink. Troy has indeed lost their greatest ally, though. And they've gained their greatest enemy. Okay, so you've declared... Everyone's pretty much going to declare war on us, likely. Bring it. I invite all of you to try your best. Ethiopia is no longer here to be friendly anymore. Drop in cost of Ethiopian units. Have I ever led you astray, my brothers? Do you not think you would serve better by my side? Now riding outriders. Or success chance to evade enemy ambushes, which will be great. Alright, they're trying to poison the wells.
In defense of
Same
God.
time, we go to bring down Tusser again. How are we able to land on Salamis? We have more than enough movement.
If only.
It's just you can't actually make it to the settlement.
Eos guides us.
Oh, there we go.
Impossible.
Just some weirdness because we were out on the ocean yet.
With pride and valor.
Oh, no one's even here defending. I mean, they've got the Island Spearmen and the Salamis Marines, but that's not enough. Auto-resolve it is.
Fight with honor.
The home of Ajax, pretty much instantly defeated. No problem. Alright, we will go ahead and raise and kill.
No mark of this place.
Gain as much goodies as we can.
My
And
honor
come on back out to the ocean.
The winds carry us.
Do we need to go after Aegina? We can. I think that the Dardanians should stamp out Salamis for us. If they don't, I'll be quite surprised and quite disappointed in them. Alright, Balfour, time to claim Hellen.
We'll break them.
Or I guess, what happens when we burn down
Eos
tyrants?
attacks.
Interesting. So, because Hellen is here, there is quite a hefty defense force. Trojan Nobles. 185 range. These are not as good as my Hunters of Artemis or Huntresses of Artemis. We'll go ahead and set up some siege equipment and prepare for a lengthy battle here.
Show them war.
I realize that we are a horde faction. We don't actually claim anything, so burning down the settlement that has Hellen in it. Do we just toss Hellen in the sea? I guess we'll find out.
Mother Eos guide us.
Bring us up. Looks like Donna could be our next choice, or Tekmon, either one. Tekmon, it is time for you to go.
I understand.
Oh, hang on now. Aesop. There are lots of lads here in this town.
Steady hand.
I think we can probably still handle it just fine, though.
Stay the way.
Well,
Planning always.
he's smart. See about going after. We'll just sit between the two settlements.
Memnon
Make them choose.
us.
Not face us or not. Either way, I'm gonna grab the Ugaritic companions.
The son of the desert.
Amez. Tachyon. I wonder where that army went. They just kind of ran off. Auto-resolve would slay many of ours in battle. Here, we'll go ahead and make the enemy extra tired. They do have some renowned bowmen. So until our lads actually do reach the enemy, we'll take a bit of damage on the way in. No problem. Let's get to it. That's definitely not the answer there, though. I can tell you that one. I'm just intrigued to see, because normally you gain buffs for claiming the settlement that has Helen in it. Here. Hunters, followed by other hunters. Followed by Jet. You give anyone a hug once you get too close. Try thinking you can run through the lines as well. Make sure we overwhelm the enemy archers with our own lovely renowned slings. This is a proper battle though. Got a couple choke points they can really bog us down in. Let's have the Sheridan warriors charging across that point there, since they actually have some javelins to chuck. We'll have the Sinite chariots. So they're in here. Have one unit of hoop shoe moving with them since they are armor piercing. Probably both of them. Just fine.
Strength and glory. As instructed. Spears.
The issue being, of course, there's not a lot of units we can get across that gap at the same time, which is great. Let's grab these hoop shoe instead and bring them across as a bit more of an armored unit. They may need the extra support, we'll see. We'll have you guys set up in this forest, keen to go either way as needed.
Do your positions.
She is quite beautiful. Beautiful enough that I don't think they would debase themselves into that way. Go ahead and have everyone fire on Toxius here. Alright, Elamite Stone Slingers, move yourselves on forward. Let's have them try to focus down those renowned slings. Hopefully they move up. Hoop shoe, take the front position here. Get moving. Oh yeah, that's easy. Let them come out of the settlement a little bit. That seems really foolish. Manfit, switch over to dual axe mode, or two-handed axe mode. Here, Jet, come on over and fight these shielded spearmen there. Get him. Alright, a bit of a missile free-for-all going on the other side there. I'm happy to see it, though.
The foe has sighted your hidden units.
Elamites are doing a very good job dueling with their renowned stones. Offer no quarter. You thought you were going to charge it and take my men down. You fools.
Victory is close enough to taste.
And already, huh? Keep moving through. You guys just lack spirit. And everyone's got the runs, I believe, because we did poison their well. I wouldn't be able to fight very well, I can't lie. Can't lie. Everyone get in there, that's a absolute mosh pit. Some incredibly large shields they've got. Just it does keep them from seeing very well, though.
Your hero is under attack.
Yeah, indeed. The battle is over, though. And we stand victorious. As my parent. And so here's the thing. Oof. I've always been pretty partial to Poseidon. Simply because I would assume you get the ability to control water. So you basically become a waterbender. as well as whatever other abilities that Poseidon gives you. But if not Poseidon, probably Apollo. Let's go for the Raise and Enslave with this group. What about yourself there, Techie? Or anyone else in the chat current? What would be your Olympian synod of choice? We could come on up north, and we've already destroyed all of the settlements around Mount Olympus. We could move on to start attacking Thrace. Atalanta is up here in the north as well. Seems a bit disrespectful to burn down Atalanta, but we're on it.
More conquests away.
More conquests await. Into the far north.
To our goal. We'll camp. Catch our breath.
Okay, so we can either go for the Heraclean Roar or the Rallying Cry. Prayer to Apollo or Prayer to Ares. Let's first go for the Prayer to Ares. We've already got several with the Prayer to Apollo just because that missile damage is so useful. Just give ourselves a bit more melee attack.
We put fear in their hearts.
We do indeed. We need to probably trade out. Although our Ethiopian tribesman trap has been working out very well for enemy heroes, so I don't know. Keep them for now. Awesome. Check our heroes. Everyone is pretty well exhausted. Amez has the ability to do some upgrades though, so let's go ahead and pass some of that out. Beautiful. Nothing else is available, and Balfra is waiting to fight the lads of Tyrants here. Hopefully no other armies are nearby. We'll definitely have to retreat otherwise. Tyrants being defended by such is a bit scary. Priam's palace is here, that's likely why. Alright, let's keep on through and see how things play out. Okay, so Thyrea has been resettled. This time with the Octopus tribe, which is going to be the new superpower we're done here. Ares' god is withered, or love is withered away. Okay, interesting. No one moves in to help.
Memnon of Ethiopia.
Let's have Memnon come down here and take down Aegina. Or Aegina. Oh, cool. No other armies nearby. Perfect. Makes things nice and easy. Auto resolve. Keep moving.
Field of battle.
Ooh, nice dodge. Too bad it doesn't matter. Yoink. Your life for ire. Memnon's army is getting quite elite. Even the ones that we just subbed on in.
Leave no place to hide.
Raise and kill.
Defender of Troy.
We want to make sure that Balfra is safe. See no new heroes coming from this other side here, so we can probably turn around and destroy Athens. But I want to make sure that we don't have any issues.
Let the blood flow.
Be a carrying in general here. Aesop in the far north. Tecmon has a fair few. Let's go ahead and just go after Dodona and then we strike where we want to.
Eos at our backs.
Flesh from bone. I am going to drop down the making them tired. We lose hopefully less. Auto resolve and we'll take it from there. Oof, right in the neck. That was quick. Sweet business. This time we will go ahead and raise and kill.
No one will live here again.
Well, that's probably false. They'll probably resettle this place very fast. But we can come on up. Reinforcements or food.
Precise aim, steady hand.
Let's try the ambush. See if that works.
Expect the unexpected.
Sneaky, sneaky. Light armored vanguard and massive amounts of stone slings is how that army's been thriving. really need to see about landing and getting another army out, although it seems like we're only allowed to have 4. Kind of a soft cap it doesn't tell us about. I'll have to look that one on up. If you were in chat and you do know about how many armies that Memnon's allowed to have, let me know. We've tried to recruit another hero a couple times. It's been grayed out every time, so not exactly sure why.
I follow.
Okay, let's get moving on north. Oh yeah, you have to come out of your stance. Get out of the camp.
A simple enough task.
Simple enough task.
Our destination awaits.
Very glad to hear it. Who are the Boeotians fighting with?
Deal.
Boeotians are friendly with me. But I'm friendly with no one. I'm sorry to let you know. Everyone is our enemy. And so you will fall.
Doing Hades' work.
No restraint.
Right, he's got some renowned swordsmen. Doesn't seem to matter though. I want to resolve would slay one of our Ethiopian tribesmen. Should be a fun fight. The hero is rolling with some normal swordsmen, so they're not even all that tough. Let's just make the enemy tired because we have more than enough food to do so and charge on in. 4 unfortunate souls. Archabates. Dry weather. Okay, that's fine. Got a bit of the Thracian highlands now where they've got a bunch of sparse forested areas. That's fine by me. He's got a couple renowned archers there. We've got the Elamite stone slingers to kind of counter them though. We will have a 2-part ambush here with tribesmen up front, javelinmen tribesmen. We could have the Irt jet pouring on in from the trees in the back there. That should be quite fun. Meanwhile, the light Senate chariots come on in from behind. The Thracian chariots will always outperform you here in these maps just because they have Strider. Got stone slings and all of the other range units. You two are already deployed in Vanguard. Set them up all the way over there. We'll have the 2 shirted warriors trying to hold the center line. With the Hoopshu on either side of them, this will be more of a proper battle. Alpha center. And then the Manfit can be still in those flanks there. Philistine swordsmen coming through the woods. Perfect. That'll begin. Everyone forward. See about making our trap work out for us.
Clubsman! Warriors march!
Move. Keep the slings back ever so slightly. In fact, keep everyone back ever so slightly. Let them come on through the woods there. So that way they're out of the cover. We'll get a bit sneaky for a moment. Have the chariots pull through. Philistine swordsmen use the cover of the woods. Same as everyone else is doing. I cannot wait for the battles with Pharaoh. Getting all warmed up here with Troy. Look at them marching on into combat. They're happy to be here. Not for long. Alright, Trojans. Do your worst. You guys actually have the armor, so keep on this side there. We're actually starting to fire some shots into the Trojan warriors' flanks. Not have fallen yet, but some damage to their armor has already gone on in. These man need to pull back. Slings go after them. Looks like Archabates has got himself a bit overextended. He's gonna have a real bad day. Move the lads on in. Absolutely love the background and the guitar that plays in all these maps.
Your hero is
Going in
under
there,
attack.
lads. Switch over to axe mode. Duat awaits. Switch them over into two-handed axe mode as well. Can run over these Trojan warriors pretty quickly. Keep moving on through. Good. Enemy lords already crushed there. Running through the gauntlet of javelins was a bad time for them, as one would expect. And as the whole squad had bad Taco Bell, they're going to be fleeing the field quickly, holding their shorts. He chucks a javelin at him as he runs. Assured are absolute champions. We're leaving while we still can, they say. Oh, you poor fools. That went quite well. Let's grab our chariots then. Oh, these renowned archers.
One of
Come
your
on then,
units
lads.
has no more ammunition.
See that? Looks like the enemy hero is going to escape. Don't give up. Chase down the last few Trojan warriors there. Chariots, you too. What are you doing? Give it up. Get out there and hunt down the Trojans. We have completely flipped sides now, though we're starting to get some to see some units on both sides of the battlefield. Trojan warriors not usually being as heavily armored until you get to the later tiers. Crunch. Come on, Hoopshoe, you can chase him down. That armor piercing is gonna be really good for you to punch through that armor of the swordsman. You gotta chase them through the trees. Absolute mad, lads. Perfect, that'll be fine. We can have another battle if we need to chase off the rest. 15 lost only. Aeneas is burdened by a great destiny, believing himself to be the son of Aphrodite. Alright. Crunch. Slayer of men, Amez is with his weird little stone hammer here. Yeah, we can let them live. That's weak. We take them on. Welcome to Egypt. Amez in his golden cup. King himself gave it to me, you know. Serve us on a campaign. Let's pull to this position.
To our goal.
Jump into a lovely bit of ambush.
Conceal and ready yourselves.
Let's do it. You could have the Noctua or the Henku Guard now. What are you mostly rolling with? You don't have the Henku Guard here. I really like the Noctua infantry, though. The Egyptians are quite deadly. More melee defense or more melee damage. 12 is a lot. The Noctua would give us more armor piercing. Yeah, let's go for the Noctua. Only thing with them is any of your units that have the ability to switch weapons do not when they are in a bodyguard, so they'll be just kind of a spear and shield unit for him.
We break them.
Alright, next turn they will start taking some casualties, and I have no problem attritioning down a settlement garrison here. Although we could come on in and deny the towers, could we not? Alfra.
Lion's ferocity.
The Lotus Merchant here. His wares dull the senses and fog the mind. When sieging major settlements, grants an action that disables the enemy towers. Okay. Bring me your wares there, Lotus Merchant. We'll make sure we're grabbing this guy going forward, because that's more than useful. Towers? No thanks. Where's my Lotus Merchant? Bring the boys some good old goodies. Let's wait on that, though. I want them to take a bit of attrition before we do so. Be double smart with it. Alright. No one else really can move. We can't actually do any building if we go into... We leave the march stance, rather. Or the ambush stance. Same thing with Aesop.
My honor
That is just fine. Word upgraded Amez. He is being sneaky. Leave him alone. Trying to ruin our sneakiness. Hippolyta's now at war with us. Bring it on, Hippolyta. We are now at war. We are slowly getting on up in the reliability scale, though. For all of our relations being at war with absolutely everyone, except for Lycia. Midgden is joining us as well in war. He's a lone wolf, seemingly aloof. Oh, we've made him real mad then. We're quaking. We're quaking in our boots. Allegra has been destroyed. They've proven themselves weak. Alright, well, let's come on over here and claim the settlement that Helen is hiding in. Yeah, down to 60, and then we go ahead and grab the camp follower, the lovely Lotus Merchant. Auto-resolve still would not be kind to us, so we charge in and take down Dion here. His name is definitely not Dion. That's pronounced wrong on purpose. Can we get a thunderstorm? I think it's only worth it for there to be a thunderstorm. Or not. Guess not. Luckily, these towers should be not working. Well, it looks like they are. Excuse me. I know for a fact we use the Lotus Merchant, so if these things start firing at me, I'm gonna be mad. Let's find the weak point, though. Looks like, as long as we can move in quickly, this would be the weak point. Grab our Henku. All of our fellow Henku guard as well. Have them moving with Hoopshoe. Henku and Noctua. Of the two Marionu behind. Ethiopian hunters to be assaulting the walls with javelins. Slings up front, taking the brunt of any power damage if the towers aren't actually turned off like they're supposed to be. We'll see. See very soon. All of our missiles. Right, they're smart enough to go in actual loose spacing mode. Good to know if we're getting fire rain down on us too much there.
The foe has sighted your hidden units.
Well, they're no longer going to be able to hide then. Yep. Once they have been sighted by the walls, they can't hide anymore. We'll just deploy them up front anyway. It'll be just fine. Anyone set up where they're not supposed to be? Looks like it. Balfra and the infantry corps. And then the chariots. Set you guys up in missile mode for once. Sweet. Out of again. Those walls, these towers better not shoot. Oh, they're not. How marvelous. Get in there, start blasting apart those Trojan nobles. Same with you guys. All of our archers, Trojan nobles. That's your target. The walls. Yeah, we're never not going to use the Lotus Merchant again. As long as we've got the gold for it. Merchant shall be delivering his wares. These guys alone could stop the Trojan nobles in combat.
Your ladders have a foothold on their walls.
Hoopshoe. Pulling the ladders there. Javelins are actually getting some good hits on those Trojan nobles. March's death.
Your hero is under attack.
And our chariots are actually going to be able to actually get some shots off for once, use their ammunition. It's a miracle. Alright, Mayani, you guys are a bit too far forward. Definitely rather you guys take the shots than anyone else. Switch them on over to axe mode and get them on up to the walls. Yeah, those Trojan nobles got obliterated once the Ethiopian archers actually made it into combat.
About to capture the gates.
Slings, you guys go after the Trojan warriors in the back there. Firing into Mariano. At least that's the attempt. Lubman, get on down there. Malfra, you guys go ahead, climb the walls with them. Some Trojan nobles left? No, there's not. Just some more renowned archers for us to finish off. We're up on those walls quick. And the duat indeed awaits. Chop. Frederick the Trojan archer. You guys didn't pay your due. Arrows come knocking. Warriors are putting up quite a fight. They're bonking the tribesmen as much as they're getting bonked in return. The arrows are evening things out pretty good on for our warriors there. Alright, warriors, you guys charge in on the next group. Battle for you as well. Let's get the Egyptian archers moving forward. You blast away at the slings that are coming on in to reinforce while our slings work on the enemy slings. Hoopshoe, you come on down and deal with them. Our light chariots are in a weird spot. Well, the gates are open, so that means in flood the chariots.
Overcoming every challenge. Anyone else? For Memnon!
You guys want to move on in? Looks like we're in the gates. There we go. Mariano will have you guys move this direction, and the others come on up towards the shield and spear warriors. Shields won't defend them even a little bit. Roll the chariots.
All witness me. Onward. Spill blood. My claws are paid. Strike hard.
Arrows knocked. The duel awaits.
Get moving, lads.
Show no fear.
Everyone find someone to smack. Most of the Trojans are just running. They don't want to have any of it. That's not going to save you at all.
You have captured the enemy tower.
It's a good new thing that the towers don't really work.
Itching for action. Horses harnessed. Destroy them. Spears.
He's Mariano. We're just going to go straight through into the Phygrian axemen coming on in. Mariano, you just don't care. If you're in the way, you soon won't be. No one's safe. And they're all broken in the back line. Chariot and Hero dealt with that group easily. And that's the white flag. At least I thought. There's a couple warriors left. Looks like they're about to lose their will to fight as well, though. There it is. You poor fools. It's like Helen belongs to us now. Time to launch her into the ocean. It's the only way. A pretty pitiful fight, can't lie. We've only lost 64 in the fray. Oh, we didn't even give our Mariano the extra armor of Hephaestus. How sad. Let's go ahead and raise and enslave. Bring the people of Tyrants back with us.
Live and let.
Now what? Was Helen still gonna hang out here? She just lives in the ruins. So we've now turned Helen into a hermit. Interesting.
A brother of Nubia.
I guess there would be no... There should probably be a mechanic for you to kidnap Helen from Troy. Since there is seemingly a in-game for you to turn and attack the Trojans. At least that's what that would initially make me think. Go for the extra movement after winning a battle here.
Expanding our maps further.
We can move on over to attack. Ooh, Argos is starting to get favor with Athena. Let's go take down Tyros. Because we learned that turns out we can't actually claim Helen for Ethiopia. She stays in the ruined city. Hiding under some rubble.
Memnon.
That's just fine. We need to move Memnon up north for the Homeric victory to bring down, not Gla, but Thebes. Went up and hit Megara on the way through then. Oh, you know what? We can actually reach Athens, so we'll destroy our antagonist here.
Remember your training.
But of course, Ajax's companions. Auto-resolve would actually not be very kind to us here. We will actually just jump in and we need to go give you the
Fight with
Lotus Merchant. Sold. This is the fastest purchase ever.
And show me your ways.
Shame, but it does make sense. You're definitely not wrong. But it would have been really nice for them to have a mechanic for maybe making Helen an ancillary that you're able to gain on in for an army. Just for the Horde faction only for Memnon. It'd be pretty cool, but that is not the way. We now will grab the Lotus Merchant, pass out some lovely plants, and begin the battle. But as I've said a few times here now, this will be the final episode for Memnon. We have definitely clapped both Greece and Troy. Last thing I really want to do is have the battle at Troy itself. We may make that a standalone episode, where I just have an episode with it, where it's the recap of the Battle of Troy, Memnon versus whatever the defenders may be. Let's see if we get another rainstorm here. Come on now, be nice. Nope, just the dry desert. Alright, well, yeah, turning off the towers, especially since they have the lovely fort towers in there as well. Athens is an incredibly defensive city. Attack pretty much wherever we want now. Let's grab the Sheridan. We'll have you two deployed together. Shame they have to move across so much ground, but ain't that the way. Memnon, we're gonna actually have you go with the Noctua, so we'll have you guys attacking from this side here. So Memnon and Noctua up front with those shields. His troops have shields too, but I'd rather him not start the fight. Alright then. Warriors of Artemis. Ethiopian archers can kind of deploy up front.
The foe has sighted your hidden units.
Not concerned. At all. Actually, well, you can deploy in a loose formation. Oh, it's just the Egyptians that have that ability. Cool. Magi hiding in the woods as well. Not quite. Magi hiding in the woods with you guys. Then we'll have one of the club bearers up front here too. Ah, we broke their stealth. That's fine. Such is the way. Chariots. They will actually be probably the fastest unit actually getting through those gates, since we don't have any siege equipment. And how are you all feeling about the siege changes coming in Pharaoh? Looks like we are going to be utilizing lots of different kinds of siege. Well, not maybe kinds, but we'll have different buildable towers and such for our sieges. Do you like the fact that we're going to have to not be utilizing pocket towers with everything, or pocket ladders in every single battle?
As you wish.
Or how do you feel about it? Grab Archer Squad. Make sure they're really putting the hurt on whoever they're fighting. Die back just a smidge. We'll have the Archer Chariots move forward and try to cause some issues with those Achaean slings. Walls. We'll wait for the Urt Jet for when they rotate. You, Mariano, move in. Move up Team
Your
Memnon.
ladders have a foothold on their walls.
Those Locrian slings are taking a lot of casualties, but lots of those arrows plinking off the parapet pretty well there. Providing some good cover for our Urt Jet, though. Dropping leadership on both of those groups. It's javelins chucked at Ajax's companions, doing some good damage. They're throwing some back. Alright, Noctua.
Your
Switch
warriors
to
are
axes
attacking the
and
gates.
charge in. You guys keep your shields up for now.
As commanded.
Get them on up. The elite of Memnon.
Ethiopian archers.
Those guys are gone. Focus down the Salamis Marines next.
Your hero is under
And
attack.
you help out with Ajax's companions.
Sons of Egypt.
Keep moving. Do not mind
have
Mariano
captured
taking
the
some
enemy
damage
tower.
there. They've got a lot of armor. Right, your jet, you guys move in now. Use that speed.
Warriors of the sands. We stand ready.
How much damage do you get on those gates? Or do they even? It doesn't look like they do much damage at all. Oh, they've got 1% damage there, so Mariano, are not meant for bringing that down. Switch to your axes.
One of your units has no more
Finish
ammunition.
them off.
Overrun them.
Pharaoh. Spill blood. Chariots of Egypt.
Oh, 2%. Forces are doing work.
For Pharaoh.
Now we definitely have to capture that the old-fashioned way. Alright, Magi. You guys take the walls as well. Go up the ladders the other guys already got for you, and have the Urt Jet come on down and break these island spearmen. Meanwhile, the Noctua are in axe mode. You guys keep chopping on Ajax's companions, and you, Memnon.
For Egypt. May your gods ease your passage.
Charioteers, move out.
May your gods ease your passing.
Arrows at the ready.
Use all of our ammo already, though. Try to blast apart the spearmen that are fleeing. And you ladies move over and try to deal with the enemy archers. Win in where you can.
Destroy them. Slay them all. Armies for war. For Pharaoh. Strike them down. Anubis judge you.
You are about to capture the gates.
Forwards, men.
Awesome. Break them.
Warriors of the dawn.
Let you guys just kind of take the walls here. Memnon, we need to drop down some extra goodies.
Of the dawn. Attack.
Stuff thrown right at your back, which is not healthy for anyone. We just can't really afford to move them. Watch Memnon do some fighting. Get him, Memnon. Give him the old chop. Four shirted warriors are taking some javelins in the back. Can't afford to turn, though. Oh, that poor guy lost a head and an arm. Come on, Noctua, get down there. Help out.
The enemy attacks the gates.
Are both the Noctua here? I guess they weren't fighting who I wanted them to. Gates are down. Mariani in. Ooh, Memnon's taking some damage. Go ahead and frighten one of these units off. I'll have the Mariani come through and help. Don't want Memnon to lose too many more troops. Alright, Magi, come on down. You guys can try to take down the enemy lord there. Seems as though we've got them. All of our missile chariots then. Switch them into melee mode. There's a couple enemy units a little bit further back. They're going to have a real bad day. Mariano. You guys want to move up and around, that'd be fantastic. We'll have the Jet take this position here. Everyone just move down the line. Ethiopian archers, take some shots on these slingers where you can. Interesting they chose not to go inside the gates proper, but sure there was a reason for it. You guys keep chasing those spearmen. Sheridan, you go up the heavy island skirmishers that are up front. All of our chariots gotta move around the sides. Noctua are in great axe mode. Keep moving. I'm thinking we'll get the white flag pretty soon. Mariano, come on up. I'll have you actually dodge that group and go after the Marines instead. Using the old foot. Love it. I'm expecting our clubmen to win this fight, but some are already falling. And the Mariano over here. That's definitely a wrap now. Alright, that crunches that group. Hold on up. And the white flag. The Salamis Marines were like, absolutely not. We'll just go ahead and accept being taken as prisoner. Athens falls yet again. We'll see, these are special kind of alien type lotuses. They attach to your face. What they do after that is too horrifying to describe. No one's left in the towers afterwards. We've lost only 31. Man, that makes those sieges so much more bearable. If I'm ever having another Memnon campaign, we are pushing for the Lotus salesman right away. Go for the raise and kill. Surely that's the fall of Salamis. Oh, interesting. He may have an island settlement out here somewhere. Let's check diplomacy real quick. He has 7 regions? Alright, Ajax, good for you. I don't know how, but good for you. He's our antagonist, but
Memnon.
I'm not really concerned. Let's go up and burn down Thebes.
Forward.
And I think at that point, I'm probably going to go ahead and call the stream there. It's quite late, and I'm starting to drag, as you all can probably tell.
Memnon's most crafty.
Alright, Divine Will, can we go for another Hecatomb? Perfect, let's go ahead and go for said Hecatomb. All heroes are tireless. Can we activate 600? No, we can't. That's unfortunate. We could Hecatomb to Ares, though, make sure that's up to maximum. We don't have the prayer to Ares active again, so we'll go ahead and go for that as well. Cult level up, and we've got the 20% drop to enemy leadership, so we should be finishing fights off even faster. Alright, so from 90 armor up to 105. Wow, these are chunky chariots. These are looking good for this army here. We'll just be replacing the Manfit with proper Noctua. We've got Pharaoh's guard marching through Greece now. At this point, Greece has become a vassal state of Egypt.
Expanding our maps,
Which is quite cool, I can't lie. So no one has come on back to Tekmon. Or maybe they're still there, let's find out.
fulfilling your trust.
Nope, they moved on.
Lion's
Poor fools.
ferocity. Let the blood flow.
Okay, Aesop looks like we can make them tired and then auto-resolve and take no casualties. You poor
Tear
fools.
flesh from bone.
Yoink, yoink. The extra chops too, just for good measure. Alright. Good old regroup.
Eos rises on ruins. Planning always.
Okay, so for the Elamite Stone Slingers, oh yeah, that's not for, I was gonna say, we get extra range just for the hero unit, not for himself, or not for... Or wait, does this just give him more range, period? Even if you're not on the Elamite Stone Slingers? Oh, cool. Reading is important.
Proud today.
Cassiope is their capital now. That's just one they have resettled, that's no problem. Let's come on up north then.
Keep moving along. Rest and replenish.
Grab that final point into Eastern Tactician. And then we will grab your Rationing Scribe as well.
Say the word.
Alfra is out of movement, sadly. Believe so is... No, he's not. Excellent.
I will readily do
The
it.
ambush caught no one. It's like our Nissa is currently in trouble. Auto-resolve would not be kind to us. We'll go ahead and throw it in the Disguised Traitor. Still wouldn't be kind to us. Alright, we'll have ourselves another fight then. It is the Greybeards versus Amez. Every single one of the defenders lately has all been Greybeard captains. I wonder why. No one else is left to defend Greece. Fog, no. Give me a rainstorm. This is a very sunny rainstorm. Beautiful looking settlement, though. Okay, some interesting deployment options for us. I think we'll set up... They actually have more archers than we do, so we don't want to set up fully in a spot where all of their archers can fire on us. Let's go ahead and throw them in over here. Still make sure it's in a small formation, or small area. Javelins with shields up front. Javelins without shields. Go ways up, and then we'll have the ear jet behind. Jet tribesmen. This battle strategy has been working out for us pretty much every time. Or just a smidge. We'll have the others that can deploy Vanguard. And set them up so they're ready. Wow, this is a interesting little settlement battle here. Let's have the tribesmen up front, and then the ear jet ready to kind of smash in from behind. Perfect. And then yeah, we'll split the herd on the rest of these guys here. So Hoopshoe, Sheridan, and Monfit.
Into formation. I'll make it so. At once. Ah, good.
And we'll do the same over here. Hoopshoe, Sheridan, Philistine, and then actually Hoopshoe, Manfit, and then I'll have the Philistines going around.
Into formation.
Chariots. So far, this is my favorite of the minor settlement maps. Very, very interesting. Alright, battle begin. Perfect, Elamites, move up. Deal with those bows. Renowned slings, need a hug. Those javelins flying. Move the rest of the troops forward. In on their positions.
Charioteers, move out! For Memnon! Ready for war!
Okay, so we will deploy our guys kind of as such. Chariots move up a bit. Philistines as well. Wait for them to deploy a bit more forward than they are. Okay, so we're gonna get run up on from behind. That we don't want. Archers pull back a bit. Realize that we've got them charging up into those renowned slings. Not really gonna work out for them so well.
The foe has sighted your hidden units.
Ubis judge you. We'll have the clubmen work together on these axes here. Everyone else get moving on in. New position. They all need a hug. Only you can provide.
Victory is close enough to taste.
Oh, we probably should have pulled them back and let them not charge into braced spears. We're just gonna pull those chariots on through. Turn and help out.
Hero is under attack.
Enemy hero is already fleeing. Our jet are in a bit too far though. Elamites move up. Each of you is superior to a unit of renowned slings. Should be an easy win for you. Oh yeah, no, we got him. That's that. And the white flag. Victory. The brutal stone axe, or the stone hammer. It's not even an axe, it's just a hammer. Just a blunt force weapon. He's an absolute demon with it. Achieved victory in battles with no reinforcements. Daring and independent.
Another land to conquer.
Indeed.
Leading
Forward.
the way.
Really, all we need to do is move on Thebes next turn here. We'll wait to declare the war. Skip on through and bring it on, Hector. Fighting you in a single combat would be great too, because we didn't get to fight Achilles. He surrendered. Alright, more wars. Vindication through conflict. Looks like Lycia is coming on in as well. Lycia has succumbed to Troy's promises and now prepares for war with us. Craven snakes will both feel our wrath. Ethiopia versus Lycia.
Son of Tithonus.
Coming over to Thebes.
With me, men.
Please be no defenders. Oh, it won't matter anyway. War is declared.
To the field of battle.
To the field of battle. Ooh, they've got some renowned club warriors and some heavy javelins, so I mean, actually a fair bit of armor for the enemies here defending Thebes. You don't get a Trojan horse, but you can come on in here and turn off all of your towers. Lotus Merchant, away. Laudamas is defending Thebes. See if he has what it takes. Alright, we'll go ahead and wait once here. Twice. Give us a thunderstorm. Or just some dry desert weather. That, I guess, is also fine. Okay, so I think the best way to take down Thebes trying to find the best place to overwhelm them. This is an awesome settlement, though. I would think these would be defensive towers. I'm glad they're not. Coming up and over the walls over here would be pretty good. They'd be all kind of clumped into one spot. We could spread out from there.
The foe has sighted your hidden units.
That's just fine.
Warriors, former!
Without hesitation.
Once we take the walls, and these guys have a little bit of elevation here.
Serving our queen. Yes.
Egyptian archers in the same kind of vein of area.
Without question.
Ooh, the terrain's causing us some problems.
At your order.
That's just fine.
As commanded.
Do spacing so they don't get torn up too much there. Shirted warriors. Then the Noctua.
As you wish.
So be it.
Right, then, is there any way we can sneak up on them? Does not appear so. We'll kind of keep the Yurt Jet back.
As commanded. Understood. Without hesitation.
Let our archers.
Understood.
Could let our archers do the work, or
Egypt.
we could have those Yurt Jet take the walls as fast as we can. They will take damage off the start here. Get as close as we can, and if they can charge in here, this will at least force the enemy to turn their backs to our archers. So it's a gambit, but hopefully it pays off. This battle just started. Begin. To the walls immediately. There can be no waiting. You guys deal with the heavy javelins.
Warrior women.
Your ladders have a foothold on their walls.
Consider it done.
There's so many defenders. In a proper battle for once.
Supreme predators.
Get up on the walls,
Bloodmen!
Ethiopians. Then apply the bonk. See if they can. They get chopped up a bit there.
Fucking Memnon!
Get there and deal with Phenops.
The pride of Ethiopia!
Alright, javelins are doing some damage to our Ethiopian archers. We can probably pull them back just a smidge.
It is settled.
Sons of Egypt. Move it. In Memnon's name. Egyptians move.
Bring
Move
the
on.
Sheridan warriors forward. We'll have Memnon start chopping on the gates.
Cut them down!
Have these archers start firing on.
Oh, God,
Bloodmen!
Stay on the walls. Keep plumbing down these heavy javelins.
In Memnon's name.
Bring the Sheridan around. And then the Noctua as well on around.
Moving out. Get marching. Press on. Sure enough.
Your hero is under attack.
Bows.
He'll be okay.
Hold nothing back.
Vanquish them! Destiny for immortality!
Alright, ladders are going up. And then I'll take a little bit of damage there, but he's just fine. Start filling those spearmen behind.
As commanded. Bloodmen!
Unflinching in battle. Move it. Spears.
For our king!
Just
Your
keep
warriors
filing across
are
the walls,
attacking the
giving them
gates.
the old bonk on the noggin. Hey, you guys, we're gonna grab and
Memnon.
put them in axe mode. And then move on into these ladders here. We're gonna focus our attack on this position. Looks like Phenops is losing decisively. He may be broken. Make things far worse for his army there.
Battle home.
In Pharaoh's name!
Servants of Memnon. The duet awaits.
These walls are ours. They don't even know it yet. Oh, a little bit of... I thought we lost the game for a half moment. What an incredible scene, though. Yeah, the Sheridan are butchering these renowned club warriors.
For the glory of
Lancers versus Shielded Spearmen. In fact, it's time to keep you guys back a little bit there. Don't want the archers to switch targets.
You are about to capture the gates.
Alright, Majai, you get up there as well. About to capture the gates. Awesome. Sure to come on down then. Yeah, if we capture those gates, that's a faster way in.
Servants of Memnon! For Memnon! Stand back to Osiris!
Make them suffer!
To battle! Ready for war!
Your guys are starting to get a bit overwhelmed. I'm not moving our infantry forward anymore, though.
One of your units has no more ammunition.
As soon as this gate falls, the Mariani are going through. Alright, herd. Break them.
Understood. As you wish. I shall.
Get on in there.
For the glory of Egypt!
Consider it done. Understood.
Chariots of
You boys as well.
Chariots advancing!
Time for the chariots to come on in and do their damage. Get our money's worth.
Spears!
Spears, you guys. Nah, let's keep staying back. Don't need you up on the walls just yet.
Sons of Egypt!
Our Noctu-Aw, though, are absolutely wiping the floor with the purple-hatted boys. Slaanesh has no power here. Blood Warriors, though, are struggling just a bit. So, we bring the archers
For Ethiopia!
over to help.
Forward, men! Ready for war! Get marching!
The chariots are all clumped up in the center here. Go ahead and charge in on these shielded spearmen. We'll have two of them, one of them Mariani come down this way to hit Lydomos that's in our way.
Glory of Egypt!
Tear them apart!
Once the high ground is claimed, boys, I think it's pretty much game over.
As commanded. Elos protects me.
Buff these shirted warriors to absolute maximum. Keep these chariots moving through as well.
Harnessed for war!
Storm of chariots is going to be unstoppable. Keep launching arrows as they go as well.
Close enough to taste.
The Duat awaits!
I would have thought the Invaders of Thebes would have been a bit more staunch. Apparently not. And smashed Mariano as well. That's going to be a bad day for everyone. In fact, pull through. Shielded Spearmen are pretty tough.
Archers ready!
Where's Barnabas? Go ahead and pick them off.
Hardened warriors!
You guys come on down here and fill in those gaps.
Lordsmen!
Spears! Egyptians, move! Desert warriors! Chariots advancing!
The chariots just are feared of nothing. The shielded spearmen are not braced. Go ahead and give them a hug.
Warriors of the sands!
Most of these guys are fleeing. What's funny is it's usually simply because they've been shot with one of the arrows of Artemis.
Hades has claimed the enemy hero.
Servants of Memnon!
Heroes fallen. How unfortunate.
Forward!
I wouldn't know how that feels.
Sisters of the Sword!
I think we're gonna get the mass route. Beautiful. Invaders of Thebes? I think not. Alright. That brings down Laudamus, then Phaenops' reinforcements. Didn't really stand much of a chance. 100 kills going to about each of the units there. Kills for everyone. We raise and kill. Festus' cult has leveled on up as well. How excellent. Well, it is incredibly late. I don't know what time it is for you all there. For me, it is 1:07 a.m. we have completed all of the objectives placed before us. Our Homeric victory is... We haven't raised Helion then. We've got one more to go. We've pretty well... I'm going to consider that a victory. We've basically conquered our Total War victory. Raising 9 more settlements would consider the victory our own. This is defeat our first antagonist faction, so we would have to hunt down Salamis. So if you all are wanting us to finish off the Total War victory for Memnon, we may have a pill poll for that. I'm thinking we'll go ahead and call his campaign here victorious. We have crushed everyone we've gone up against with very little threat the entire campaign. So, been a really good one. Thanks to you all for the support. Thanks for stopping by tonight's stream. I will be seeing you all next week. I have a good bit of episodes to get caught up on. We're going to try to get Orion finished for the weekend, but if that's not possible, expect it either Monday or Tuesday next week here, Central Standard Time. So, again, thank you all for stopping by the stream. I hope you all enjoyed a bit of a longer one with Memnon here, completely obliterating Greece and then turning on Troy. I have been at Spaces of Total War. Have a good rest of your night there.